Ringy.
Rangy?
Ringer.
Schwangel.
A ringedoo.
Spongel.
Spingy.
Spingel Spongel.
Zupala dingy.
Zupa Toscana. Can we talk about how Toscana isn't fucking, like, praised enough? That shit's good as fuck.
What?
Zupa Toscana is fucking great.
Truth.
There's Zupa Toscana.
Soup. Dang,
Spicy
that's fucking soup.
sausage. I'm pretty sure it's Italian.
Italian.
Good old Italian.
Eel.
Oh boy.
I feel ya.
That's my cams.
MyFreeCams.com.
Chatterbait?
But they're not actually free.
Mm.
That's how they get you.
The softcore part is free.
I guess so.
See, you develop a connection with the ladies that you watch for free, and then they hit you with that paywall.
They're like, you
Hit
trying to
you
see
with
my
that.
ass? $20.
$20.
$20.
That's how they do it. She starts dressing like fucking Naruto or some shit, and you're just done. You just want to see her rip that off, you know. That's how they get you.
Oh,
$50 down the drain one night.
Yeah, exactly. That's how they get you. Or like they hide the camera. It's like private show. So this model is currently performing in a private show, and I'm like, fuck. I wonder what they're doing. What is she teaching them?
What is she trying to sell them?
It's
Let me see
actually
her
how to
ring.
speak French.
Yeah, she could be. They could be doing anything in there.
Literal.
You don't know. Yeah. Like, who knows? Like, maybe she's teaching them how to do, like, quadratic equations. You don't fucking know.
Teaching a painting class? Who knows?
Yeah. Like, what? I want to learn how to paint. MyFreeCams.com. That's how I got my, that's how I became a master
It's part of
painter.
my bachelor's degree.
The girl's just teaching you how to properly show etiquette at the table. It's like,
Where your silverware goes.
Yeah.
The soup spoon, the salad fork.
How to do calculus?
it's like, fuck, I don't even need a college education. True.
I got free cams.
So how did everyone enjoy, except for Walker, enjoy missing an hour of sleep?
Bro, I was up last night fucking playing Smash. I go down, take a poop, and fucking I come back. I play like a match or two. All of a sudden it's 3 fucking a.m. and I'm like, where the fuck did the time go?
Where
And
the
fucking Walker just starts geeking like a little dick because he's like, you lost sleep, fucker. Ha.
True. Okay.
That's the pre-in. We got the pre-in. Ladies and gents.
Stato pre-show. So when do you guys want to take bets on when my voice is gonna fully come back?
About 3 days.
3 days.
Balls drop.
See, Mark, I tried jumping and farting at the same time. It didn't work. So
No, you didn't.
you're giving me bad information. All right?
Dang.
You and Luke should have just threw me against the wall like he I'm sure that would have worked.
I don't know. That's a liability right there.
It's alive.
It's okay. I'll sign a waiver. It's
Got
fine.
2 lists today.
2 lists.
we
Oh
won't- we-
fuck.
we won't lose any data. It's fine.
That's fine. It's
Unless
fine.
someone else has it, I have it. But it's Nintendo just released their top 10 best-selling games in the amounts each game has sold. And
Oh,
Ah.
survey of whether or not people are interested in live-action video game movies.
No
and
one
what
is.
and what is the top 10 most interested video game movies people want to see. We'll see if
100
anyone.
people voted, and they said,
No, a couple thousand actually. So we'll see what you guys agree or disagree on. If you would want to see one of these movies made into a live action, including the big topic we discuss quite often.
What is this, a Super Mario Bros. Movie?
May or may not be on the list among other things. And
You,
what position
you
it
cannot
reads in terms of-
confirm or deny.
or what position it ranks in terms of most desirable to least desirable adaptation to a live action.
Least.
"Who wants another Super Mario's movie?"
Exactly.
There already
I
is one.
I
It's a
suffered
chance.
through one. I paid my dues. I don't deserve
Do
another
that.
one.
What do the movie stuff last this week?
Okay. Okay. Thank God there isn't like a whole. Thank God this was not the week that we got like a state of play or another Nintendo Direct. Because I just wouldn't be able to do it.
Ugh. Who knows when those are coming up?
Probably soon. I would assume soon.
I would assume after Animal Crossing, or the day of Animal Crossing, or something like that.
There's an
I just can't
another
believe
Animal Crossing
PlayStation
Direct.
Hasn't released any information on the PS5 yet.
Yeah.
We knew about the PS4 a good year and a half
Mhm.
before it was released, like every detail.
Yeah.
Know a bunch about the Xbox already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
PlayStation hasn't released shit.
Sony's just waiting, I guess. I don't know why, but they're just waiting. Watch they're gonna announce it at E3 and like talk about it. And
It's gonna get canceled.
They're not going to E3.
well, they're gonna have their state of play on E3 time.
Oh, okay, I got you.
That's really smart.
Oh yeah. I don't understand why Nintendo is going to E3 when they're not gonna have a press conference there.
To let you play games.
Yeah.
Show you their games.
Yeah.
To let
But
you
I
play
mean, they've done it many times before. Like they've always been on the show floor, but like, so it wasn't like a big deal. But
Sony PlayStation's not going at all.
you don't need to anymore.
Microsoft will have the biggest stage like they did last year,
Yeah,
where they have the biggest press conference, all the bells, whistles, everything. That'll 100% be geared toward
the the Xbox
the
Series X. I wonder.
And then,
I wonder.
Halo Infinite.
I wonder if this press conference is going to be as bad as the One X. That was one of the
Maybe.
worst press conferences I've ever seen in E3 history.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
It was atrocious.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Let's
I think-
not talk about any games. Let's talk about how this fucking system has a TV tuner in it. Hey, you like this interface? Hey, it plays Blu-rays. Hey, this. Hey, that. Like, I don't fucking care. Give me the goddamn games.
I think they'll do more detailed on the Series X, as well as they will. They have to talk about Halo Infinite because that comes out in November too.
I'll show you a fucking Infinite.
So Cyberpunk probably again they'll have something there for Cyberpunk.
Mm.
But they did last year with Keanu Reeves. So
Is that already going to be released though?
Yeah. Yeah, it
that
would
releases
already.
in April.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. No,
E3's
isn't it in September? now?
And
The
then there's June.
Comes out in the summer.
yeah,
I think.
E3's in June. I thought Cyberpunk was coming out in September.
September 17th.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be there. Yeah, because
Oh,
they pushed
shit.
it back. They postponed it. They pushed it back. It was supposed to be the beginning of the year, then they moved it. Yeah, it was supposed to be released April 16th.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
For some reason, I thought it was gonna come out.
well, it
Yeah, I
was.
guess
It was
around
supposed
that
to be.
time.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was supposed to. April 16th. It was supposed to come out in April, and then they pushed it back in September, as well as every other game that was announced at last year's E3.
Except for RE3 remake.
Supposed to come out earlier.
Except for Resident Evil. Resident Evil is the only game to not be postponed from the big announcement game from last year's E3.
Remake.
So,
Well, no, that wasn't even at E3. No, that wasn't at
It was
E3.
at the Game Awards.
No, that was at the State of Play. That was at the first State of Play of the year.
Hmm.
Yeah, because they're like, let's take a look at Project Resistance. Well, okay, Project Resistance was announced at E3,
Yeah, that's true.
the multiplayer, but not RE3 make.
But I hope to God that this year if they're gonna say the games are gonna be released at this time, that coming up next year, that they're released on
No.
time and not delayed for a fucking
Don't care.
year.
Don't care. They can be delayed as much as they want, as long as it means that they are releasing a
Actually
quality
coming
product.
out.
Yeah, as long as if they're working on it to make it a quality product, take as much fucking time as you need. Take extra
You're
time.
talking,
Yeah,
Nate, you're
Nate's
not talking.
Nate's trying to talk, but you're off.
That was my argument with Rockstar, is that like they had so much pressure on them to release Red Dead 2. I feel like if they had another couple months, like I know they already delayed it once, and I feel like they should have delayed it even more personally.
See,
Yeah, to make it the game.
they
it should've been.
should delay it as much as possible. Well, not as much as possible. They should delay it like a
To
good
make it
while,
right,
so
but-
to make it good and not overwork their employees like Rockstar.
They should have fucking delayed Fallout 76. We saw how that went.
True. True. Let me know when all you guys are ready.
I'm ready.
Ready?
You guys have the preamble going?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're just chatting.
Oh, okay. I'll go.
just
your
fucking
mics are
chit
on?
chatting.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
You can't
I do too.
on mine. You can't see our faces, but
You can see my face.
that's
You
what I
can
see.
see us. On mine.
Cool.
I could always swap over to starting soon if you need to show us your pee-pee.
yeah. You show that ding ding dong, and it's all good.
Oh my
My
goodness.
channel's not rated for
Perfect
fucking
timing to go
children, so-
live.
Eh,
Jesus.
got him.
God.
Yeah, whenever you guys are Gucci Manucci.
God,
I bought something.
I'm pretty good.
I bought something too.
Did you?
Oh,
you
fucking loser.
What the hell is that?
It's Bruni from Frozen 2. He's a gecko fire. He's a fire gecko. He's fucking awesome.
Ah,
I love him.
Fire
guys what-
element
One of
of the game.
He's one of the spirits.
You guys want to see what I bought?
Would you buy
Did you buy a fucking Infinite?
a mouse?
Ooh,
Gaming
another
mouse.
piece.
Gaming
Oh,
mouse.
Bitech.
Looks like mine.
RGB gaming mouse.
So you guys want to take a guess where
Wanna
I
see
got
what
this?
I got? I didn't buy this, but
AliExpress.
No, worse.
AliExpress. Wish?
Wish.
No, worse.
eBay?
No, worse.
Walmart.
I went into a store to buy this.
Okay.
Go to a thrifty
Yeah.
store.
We have roses around here.
No, we don't.
Target.
Well, we do have a Gabe's, but no, not Gabe's. Not Target.
It's a thrifty store.
Salvation Army.
Nope. None.
Gecko.
Nope.
Safe. No,
I don't
that's
know.
not one around here.
All right.
What is it?
Goodwill.
No.
I say that's a thrifty store.
And Salval.
Target.
Give a small hint. Don't tell us what it
You
is.
wouldn't
I wanna
expect
know.
this to be at this store.
That's why I've said gecko.
I know,
Country
okay.
Fair.
Country Fair, yeah.
No. Yo, that'd be
Is
lit.
is it a convenience store?
No,
Like
it's
a
a
giant eagle?
nope.
Or is
It's
it
an actual like established like a business for selling
Staples?
goods. Nope. You wouldn't
Oh,
expect
Staples
this to
sells-
be here.
Taco Bell.
No food.
Dang it.
Taco
Never know.
Bell.
Never know.
Plato's Closet.
Nope. That's a good one though.
Established business,
I'm just
correct?
An act like a
Bed Bath
business.
and Beyond.
Nope.
That's a good answer though. I can see that.
Christmas tree store.
Good answer, but you're wrong. You guys are never gonna fucking get this.
Is it in? Is
It's
it
in
in the
Erie,
mall?
right?
Yes.
Is it
It's
in
in the mall.
Like in the mall?
The
or up by Best
actual
Buy?
mall.
Hot Topic.
I wouldn't.
No.
Not FYE, right?
Nope.
GameStop or something? I don't
Nope.
know.
No.
I don't know
JC
what's
Penney.
in the mall.
Nope.
Players.
Macy's.
Nope.
Running out of even ideas.
That's like-
man.
Macy's
Fucking
isn't
go to
even there
Sears.
anymore. Wait, no,
Wow,
yeah, it is.
Macy's
Never
is
mind.
there?
Yeah, it is. I'm thinking of
Oh,
Burlington.
Macy's not there. Fucking pull up the list of the mall stores. Name them all. Name
So
all
the
260.
Brown one?
I
Nope.
know, right?
I don't
An
know.
established
Is there a Dave
business.
and Buster's there? No.
No, and it's
that's
a
probably-
business, an established
I know,
business
he-
there
he went to
that
all
you
right, I
wouldn't
know what happened.
expect it be there.
What happened was he went to Splash Lagoon in the arcade, and he got a bunch of tickets. Secretly, one of the best. what's that
Skee
game
ball.
where you throw the ball. Yeah, skee ball. He's one of the best skee ball players in existence. They're actually working on a Lifetime movie as we
Mhm.
speak about his.
It's gonna be on
battles
Hallmark.
to the top of that. But so he won a lot of things, and just so happens that on the shelf as a prize that you could trade in these tickets for was that mouse, and that is how he obtained it.
You got it right, perfectly on the money.
See, I told you.
All right. So, what side of the mall is it on?
I wouldn't fucking know
I don't
I
know.
just told you about it.
that.
It's
Which part of the gun is it on?
Yeah,
Is
which
it on
part of the gun?
trigger?
Where did you get it?
Yeah, just
Okay,
that's where you
all
got
right.
it.
AC Moore,
Okay.
Okay.
the
I would-
fucking
that was,
craft
like,
store.
A couple of the ones I had left. Like, I would not have gotten that.
You had that on your list.
Well, here's the
Arts and
thing.
Craft store. How? Why was it there?
I don't know. I'm going probably another day, like maybe tomorrow, to pick up some shitty RGB speakers that are there because they're going out of business. So
Really?
yeah, it was like 80% off.
They have all these cool
Crazy.
RGB keyboards. Meow.
Nate, if you need a frame for that poster we got for going to see that movie, like I got a poster or a frame that will fit that for like $3.
Okay, shit.
Oh, shit.
That's why.
Oh, that's a steal.
Yeah,
Those
dude, I got
are
a
expensive.
I got a big ass like frame that's like normally like $24. It was like 60% off. I was like, hell yeah, copping it. I got like 2 frames, some stuff to hang
See, I need
frames,
something
and
for
this
wall right here.
and this mouse for like $21.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
Yeah, Ace Moore's great. Now they're closing.
Now that they're closing.
They're so good. I'm glad they're closing. Okay, you guys ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
I'm fucking Gucci.
We good to go.
Yeah.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, deuces, 1. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 58 of the Level Unlock podcast. Welcome back. Welcome to everyone who has been with us throughout the months, throughout the last year, as well as our 879 followers that we now have on Podbean. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
879 followers. We are fucking moving that number up. And
Pretty
with
cool.
our now 980 downloads, which means we were only 20 downloads away from Mr. James People I Hate Studios himself having to watch Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Which shouldn't even be a thing because it's a.
You should just watch it.
He should already just
Yeah.
watched it, but he has not.
He
So-
he has, unfortunately for him, he has not been able to
So-
catch some of the witty moments that has happened because of our
Epicness.
yes.
So if it's any consolation, we will definitely hit that this week. So when we were hosted, we had 46 downloads. The week after, we had 35 downloads. This past week, we had 35 downloads, and I uploaded the podcast Thursday night at 11 p.m. So which gave us 1 hour before midnight on my time, you guys are already into Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Basically 3 days with 35 downloads. So that's the, it's basically an inevitable that James will be watching Scott Pilgrim vs. the World by next week's podcast. So embrace it while he reviews the movie for the world next week, exclusively here on the Level Unlock podcast. It's gonna happen. I just know it will. Anyways, we got a bunch of news today. Got a ton of stuff. Bunch of Nintendo. Some Nintendo console, actually. Kind of Nintendo console. Mixed console. We got some Intel news. We got a bunch of stuff going on in the world that we'll talk about right quick and then get to it. Anyways, before we get started, make sure you follow us on everything. Level Unlock Podcast on every social media, including Twitter, at, who wants to say it?
LVL. Oh no, Level Unlocked Pod. Is it? Oh no, it's Twitter. It's LVL.
All right, I guess I'll give it a shot.
Fuck it. I was trying to give someone else a chance and it didn't work. So it's James, it's you.
I'm just fucking.
LVL Unlocked Pod. That's LVL Unlocked Pod.
And
I
that is
should
our
have fucking
Twitter
full
account.
sent because I'm fucking like doubled back on myself. I'm like, wait,
You were doing good, and then you stopped, and you're like, nope, that's not right.
Yeah.
it doesn't
No.
sound right.
I was like, oh, he's got it. And then,
It's
nope.
the abbreviation
Cancel
of
that.
level and then podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that. Happens.
And make sure if you like to support the stream in any form, any fashion, you can at patreon.com/levelunlockpodcast. Help be the first Patreon. Help support the stream. Help fund it. All the money goes directly back to the podcast, as well as we have exactly one more week in our $50 gaming gift card giveaway. Mr.
Triple G.
Mark, where can they find that sweepstakes?
You can check that out at tinyurl.com/levelunlocksweepstakes. That's tinyurl.com/levelunlocksweepstakes.
Make sure you go there. You follow our social medias as you get more entries to win yourself a free $50 gaming gift card of your choice. So let's get into some news, boyos. Who wants to go first? Not news, our weeks. Sorry, our news about our weeks. There
Our
we go.
weeks.
That's a good. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
I mean,
I'll go to get it done and over with first.
How you doing, James?
All right. So,
you sound like the Untitled Goose Game.
honk. So, yeah, my voice it's getting better, but it's still like gone for the most part.
Every time you say
it's
something
already
about
cast.
like fixing itself, it just
it just
Yeah.
boom.
You think
My-
it's normal,
my
and all of a sudden
voice-
it just hits that note.
My voice is becoming a hot train wreck. So thank God we don't have any big news things like a State of Play or Direct that came out, because I wouldn't be able to handle it. Yeah, recovering from
Just
illness.
getting over the coronavirus.
Yeah, pretty much returning from the
It's almost
coronavirus.
Yes.
Let's
Works
see.
Best Buy, he apologizes, but past that, he doesn't.
So I didn't really do a whole lot because I was just laying in bed coughing for like 3 days. So that was fun. I bought Smash Bros.
Did get everyone to play too.
I've been playing Smash
I
Bros.
know,
That
you-
game's a lot of fun.
I was watching you guys play today. It does look pretty damn fun. I need to get a Switch. How much are those things?
300.
$300.
Not that you would know, Nate.
Best Buy credit card.
You can get a Switch Lite for a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, it's like
Can't
200.
find it, though.
I bought my Switch for fucking $300. Holy shit!
I bought
didn't-
two Nintendo Switches for $300.
I did not realize I spent that much.
Technically, didn't you buy one for like $150, or did you just put that towards something else?
I put that towards something else.
Can game for people who are interested, just because how much that's selling, not to take over your week. But can they find them discounted like at GameStop or
Well,
anything like that?
you can.
It's very hard.
It's only like a few bucks. It's like $20 cheaper.
For anyone who wants to get one but doesn't want to spend $300.
Yeah,
It's
they get,
pretty much
280.
They've kept their value really well, which is surprising.
yeah.
Number one selling console in the world.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Well, no,
Yeah.
not well. Right now it is.
Well, right now it is. Over
Yeah.
the last like
Year.
I see.
Yeah, I bought a new Switch. I got the new neon one,
Ooh.
What color did you have before?
gray.
Hang on. Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Oh, sorry.
This is who
No.
Before.
Now you guys were playing some sort of like arcade. You can play the older games on that thing too.
Yeah, so they have a pretty not huge library, but a library of Super Nintendo and original Nintendo games on there that you can play, and it has online
games?
support,
Yep.
which is pretty rad.
They were supposed to be releasing monthly updates to both the Super Nintendo and Nintendo emulators, but then they decided against it.
Probably because they were running out of games that they felt first party wise, at least, that would be big here. So now they got to negotiate.
I'm mad because they never released Diddy Kong's Adventure, which is my favorite Super Nintendo game.
They wouldn't be able to.
Sorry, James, keep going.
It's okay. I also started playing Control a little bit. That game is really good. Remedy kind of hit it out of the park. Maybe got like about an hour and a half, 2 hours into it. Yeah, they knocked it out of the fucking park with that game. They did a great job with it.
What is it?
So it's a game where you play as this character who goes to the Bureau of Control. It's a branch of like almost the U.S. government, and they kind of make like super soldiers, and
Okay.
you're one of those super soldiers, and you escape, and then you come back, and you kind of just want to figure out why this is happening, what's going on, and everything like that. From what I hear, at the end of the game, it just basically turns into a Jedi battle. Like, because of
Nice.
all the cool shit all the flips and force powers you're doing, it's basically just a Jedi battle at the end of the game.
That's pretty cool.
So I've heard a lot of good things. It's really good for the little bit that I played. It's classic Remedy. It's made by the guys that did Alan Wake,
Quantum
Break, Alan Wake, Quantum Break, and the first two Max Paynes.
Isn't Control
I was a big fan
technically
of those
part
games.
of that Quantum Break universe?
Quantum Break and Alan Wake are a part of the Control universe.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'll have to look into that shit.
Yeah, it's a part of the Control universe.
Okay.
Funny enough, I played Romance of the Three Kingdoms 13. That's definitely a video game. I don't really want to go into it because not many people know about it. So, it's an alright strategy game taking place in China in at the end of the Han Dynasty. So, it's if you're into that, play it. It's good. I mean, that's been my week. I haven't really done shit again because sick.
Yeah.
Nate,
Oh,
how
and
about you?
Dragon Ball Z
Oh, go ahead,
Kakarot. Sorry, Dragon Ball Z
You
Kakarot.
got fucking far in that over the last like 2 days.
Yeah,
That
I'm
was
just sick.
entertaining to watch. Actually,
Yeah, that was really cool.
I'm
That
just
game looks neat.
I'm sick of it already.
are you?
You're almost done.
I'm probably hit the halfway point. I've
Oh,
definitely
it's
hit
more than
that.
that. You're on the Cell Saga because only one left is Boo.
Yeah, but the Boo Saga's pretty long.
Yeah,
Is it?
And then this last arc, this last part of the Cell Saga is a pretty healthy chunk too. It's just
that's true.
it's like I think I'm hitting that wall where it's like I just want to get on with the fucking game.
I wonder if you're gonna play as Hercule when he tries to fight.
Probably.
No, I want
Mr. Satan!
I want to play a Cell
That would be
and
super
just
cool.
dunk on Mr. Satan.
Yeah, that would be cool. Like having, like I said before, when I said in your chat, I think the ones that you lose I think that you should lose. Like they should make the guy
Yeah.
just stupid hard, and then if you win, perfect, you win. But you're
You
like, it's
you
not
beat it.
intended
You
to
beat that
win.
arc.
Yeah, like
It's like in DMC 5 at the very beginning of the game, there is the final boss,
Yeah,
and
fuck that.
you are like supposed to lose pretty hard to it. But some people have been able to beat that boss, and it's just, yeah, congratulations, you beat the game.
And I think that it should be the same concept, like not beat the arc, but like you just get like a better achievement. But like when like Cell faces Trunks and Vegeta, like Cell fucking just annihilates both of them.
Yeah,
But in the game, you actually beat them to go to a cutscene
I
where
get a
Cell just
fucking
fucking
S rank
annihilates
in
you.
him. I
Yeah.
S rank the shit out of him.
And then
And I
literally
still
the
lose.
second later, like Vegeta's getting his arm broken by Android 18. Like, okay, why didn't you just have Android 18 beat the shit out of you in the game? Like things like that. Like have her be like 15 levels higher than you or something.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's that video game stuff.
Yeah, that's true. But I do like the concept that you playing as Cell, like playing as the villain.
That'd
for
be
that.
rad.
which is
That's
fucking
not gonna
one
happen,
punch
but
in.
that would be rad.
We need these kind of games like Dragon Ball and shit. We need like the villain version. I feel like that
Villain's
would be,
point of
like, a
view.
cool idea.
Well,
Yeah, like
what-
if you're playing a game, like you should let like in Dragon Ball, you should have like an entire other arc that you can play as like Cell or Broly and go through their shit.
Well, they kind of did that with like the Budokai Tenkaichi games.
Yeah, I thought they did that with one where you could play as Raditz or whatever, and you have like an alternate ending to that thing.
Yeah,
I
they
thought
had,
that was 2.
it could be too.
I
don't
think I
remember.
played that.
I really liked like Budokai Tenkaichi 3 where it had the what if scenarios where there were
Mhm.
like small little segments of, oh, what if it was Raditz that was sent to Earth instead of Goku?
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, like fucking like one shots. That'd be
Yeah.
super cool. That's why like so not to like completely just hop off topic at all, but like that's why I love comic books because they do the one shot versions that like it would be an entirely different kind of situation. Like the Joker White Knight one, which is just for a long story short, Joker becomes like the good guy in the version and like shows everyone's back like that Batman's like the bad person. Like, he's causing the issue. If he didn't exist, Joker would exist, all this stuff. Like there's so much you can do with all these different characters and all these different stories.
Oh, I
That'd be
agree.
super cool for like Dragon Ball and even like My Hero, seeing the point of view of like One for All and like Shigaraki and all that shit.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
So how about you, Nate? How'd your week?
My week, not too much, honestly. Hung out with the lady. We had our 1 year anniversary dinner last night.
Congrats.
Congrats.
Been together for a year now. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's been a long, fun year. Other than that, gaming wise, got a fucking Switch thanks to the good man in blue in the middle for everyone on watching my stream. Good guy James.
Bless you.
He also
Yeah.
got Smash Bros.
That's
Yeah, I
sick.
also got Smash Bros because of this man. Surprised the
So-
bullshit out of
So, all right. You guys saw the text chat
Bless
where
you.
Nate was being a bitch. He was like, "Oh, I don't,
Oh shit, my fault. I thought I muted.
lit."
We'll edit it in post. It's fine.
You
So
won't.
Nate was being a bitch in our text chat. He's like, because you were the one, Nate, that were like, "Yeah, we should play Smash Bros." Initially,
No, I agreed.
and
I
then
just
you're
didn't
like,
have it.
you're just like,
I don't have money.
"Yeah, I don't have money." So I was like, "Fuck." This is after I already went to Best Buy to pick up Smash Bros for myself because I didn't have it. I sold it. And then he texts that, and I'm like, son of a bitch. So I text our mutual friend Mike, and I'm like, yo, do me a favor, yeet this at Nate when he walks by. I do a store pickup for Smash Bros. I'm like, it's his. Yeet it at him when he comes by. And then yeah, so he didn't do that.
Shit.
Instead, he just gave it to him. It's like, that's not fun.
That's awesome.
I was genuinely fucking like, I was like, what happened? Like, I still can't believe it. I appreciate that.
Good
Like I
friend right
said,
there.
you gotta come to fucking gatherings and got you.
I'm actually busy this Tuesday.
Well, it's fucking. But this is the St. Patty's Day.
Sure.
We're not. It's next
Yeah,
Tuesday.
Yeah. The following Tuesday, not this one.
Oh, not this one, but the next one.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, it's after pay.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Okay.
I had to think
Now,
there for a second.
you've only had
I'm
that
doubly
game.
busy. I'm not even going to be in Erie.
You've only had that game for
fuck.
a short period of time, and you guys have been unlocking characters, haven't you?
Well-
Yeah, I have like a quarter of the roster done already.
So how does that work? I mean, you guys, as you're
Fuck.
playing, first off, how many characters do you get right off the base?
8.
Eight.
The original,
The original 8.
from Smash Bros.
Okay.
64.
How many are locked? Would you say?
Nah, well, are we counting
80.
the battle pass or no?
Are you? Did you
Yeah,
say 80?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
80 plus. It's
Hey,
like a
Google,
solid
something like
probably
that.
90 characters because the
How
battle
many
pass is
characters
released
are in
like
Smash
5 or
Bros.
10.
Ultimate?
Okay. How do you unlock these characters?
Okay, so as
74.
you can do it a couple.
Stop. Stop. Hey Google. Stop.
So, have you ever played Smash Bros. Like
74
on 64?
characters.
74 locked
74?
characters or like
Yeah.
74 overall? Okay, 74
Oh,
locked
74
characters.
overall.
And how do you unlock these characters?
Have you
So
ever played
there's two-
Smash?
A long time ago. I haven't played Nintendo products in.
There's 2 ways you can beat
Million
these. You
years.
can unlock these characters. You can either play through the quote unquote storyboard, which is kind of super lame because you have to go through 8 sections of these characters that you already
It
fucking have. I
sucks.
mind you.
And it's
Like
long.
it's kind of it's super dumb and tedious. Now,
Now,
the way
does
I
each
unlock
character-
characters,
Does each character have its own story progression, like in Twisted Metal?
No.
Mm-mm.
Not anymore.
Oh, that's a
I think
shame.
it used to be like that.
Yeah,
but,
it used to be like that for Melee,
Well,
where you
they had the
you had to
classic
unlock a
mode.
character and play like it, play as that character.
yeah, there was the story mode, which I mean, you guess there's the classic mode, which
Huh.
Ultimate has.
Well,
Well-
to unlock the characters, you used to have to when you unlocked that character, you then had to go back and do the whole thing again with the character you unlocked to unlock a new one. Like
Well,
now
Greg-
you don't have. Now you don't have to play as a specific character.
Okay.
well, when you start the storyboard, you play Kirby because he's the only one left.
Kirby is the
Yeah.
strongest being in the galaxy.
If that's appropriate.
Which
My buddy Greg is saying that Smash Bros is behind a timed play wall. As time goes by,
kind of.
you
Yeah.
have a chance to fight and win them.
Yep.
Yeah,
No,
it's-
it's
So
kind of
as
almost
you
there's a
spot on.
play
timer.
through the normal, as you play through the normal, like not the story, but if you just like do battles, about every roughly 10 or so minutes, mind you, that could be given give or take, you'll get to a point where it says a challenger has appeared,
Yep.
and you have to fight that character. You beat that character, and then you unlock them. But
Unless,
mind you, this is super common knowledge, so I'm not giving anything that nobody knows. Is that if you, whether you win or lose against that challenger, you
Mhm.
can home button, which will take you out to the main menu, X, close the game, reopen it, do your normal fight, and then it'll pretty much instantaneously, whether you win or lose that one,
and the
you'll
timer
get
resets.
again. Yeah, if you do like the shortest possible battle, which is like I do a minute, so I can just continuously burn them out because I've already played through the story, like not that story, but I played through the majority of the game, and I ain't got time for that. Just to be
Basically,
flat
Yeah, my
out.
buddy Greg says the other style is pretty lame. The other mode is
Yeah.
lame.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, you
doing
can.
anything besides quick play is kind of
Yeah. If you decide just to keep doing match after match after match and not close the game, then yeah, you have to wait 10 minutes in between each thing to unlock a character, unless you completely shut the game down and then it resets it, and that allows you to basically reset the timer immediately.
The thing I like about that is that as far as I know, I don't think that like the developers can fix that.
No, it's
I
a
don't
huge
think they
bug
can,
in the game.
They can't physically get rid of that, which is like a big plus for people who just want to play with their friends, so they can just like bang it out and have a good time.
You can get all the characters unlocked.
Honestly,
Yeah, I was gonna say, how
for-
long does it take to unlock all of the characters?
If
you
I
want?
actually, if I recall, I want to say it's like 100. No, it's like isn't it like 50 or so hours?
something like that if you were to do it normally.
Yeah, if you were to do it regularly without shutting the game off after each battle, yeah, it'd take a while because it's 10 minutes between each match,
Mm.
and there's 75 characters. So
Hmm. Well, that's
Yeah, I
fun.
mean,
It's
with
it's
that
pretty
amount of,
crazy.
with that amount of characters, I would have gladly paid like $5 or $10 to just unlock them all.
Which I'm
It
surprised
takes-
they didn't do that.
It takes 66 hours beat every character at the first time. Because mind you, if you lose, that character
And
gets
these-
recycled somewhere else.
Well, no, because you can immediately refight them after doing another match.
Really?
hmm
I didn't fucking know that. I need to go get Shulk then.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
it's in the vault. If you go to vault,
Okay.
there will be a little door at the bottom right.
It doesn't, mind you, it doesn't show up all the time though, but the most of the time it does.
Well,
Okay.
after you collect a certain amount, it automatically shows up every time.
Yeah.
I see.
And
Ah.
the AI is
But
fucking tough.
if you lose that one though, then it goes away.
Who's your guys' favorite character so far?
Ike.
Mike?
I mean, I like Little Mac and Terry Bogart.
Yeah, Little Mac's fucking
F tier.
stupid strong.
He's
He's
F
from
tier.
Little Mac's from Super Punch Out.
Yeah, he's the character you play as in like Super Punch Out.
Yeah.
Yo, my buddy Greg saying that time basically melts when you're playing that game with the homies.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah. I agree. I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna play some more tonight after the podcast.
Yeah.
I've been watching you
opened
guys
them.
play. It's pretty fun. I mean, it looks fun.
It's
It's
Smash
just a
Bros.
game to
That's the
play
best-
together too. So
It's the best way to
Yeah.
describe it. Is it's Smash Bros.
Yeah.
I
Now,
mean,
how are you
so
guys
I
streaming
mind-
that?
What do you mean?
Elgato, like
Yeah.
like how me and James all of us can stream our PlayStations
Mm-hmm.
with the Elgato plugged
So you just
into our
plug it like
computer.
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, capture card. It's super nice. Like, my personal favorite character is probably. I like Shulk a lot, but my dude. Corin is my main favorite character.
Two.
Love him. Corin. He's the
Corin.
dude who turns into the water dragon.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
My dude's saying Ken all day.
Nah, fuck
yeah,
Ken.
No, fuck you.
But both of the Street Fighter characters are
Fuck
ass.
off. Eat a dick. Bullshit.
That's facts. You know it.
Bullshit. Ryu is
The Street Fighter
fucking
characters
boss.
are bad. You know it's
I will
terrible.
fucking drop you right now.
Bet.
I'll hit you with that
I'm a
Shoryuken.
block away. Come get me.
Let's do it.
Is Cloud in this?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
He's in the 30s.
Everyone is here.
Everyone
Everyone is here. Sakurai probably almost died at least 3 times making this game.
I'm just surprised for how long I've played this. I've not unlocked Cloud yet. That's all.
Now,
So
how do you
realistically,
guys?
How long have you played it though?
How do you guys open it up so that you can invite each other to play? What is that? Just like gamer codes or something?
Yeah, the Nintendo has a very stupid
It's stupid.
code system for friends.
Really?
Yeah, oh,
Does it generate a different code every time?
no. Oh, whenever you create a new account, it creates a friend code.
Yes. Huh?
It creates a friend code every time you create a new account. So, it's
Okay.
it's like a 12-digit number. Instead
Yeah,
of
The
having
one thing
like
I will say,
And then you got to pay per month to unlock the online feature, and then you can play with everyone.
or you just pay yearly.
pay yearly.
20
$20
bucks.
Oh, yeah.
bucks for a year. I mean, that's like nothing.
You can't
Sure.
beat that. Other people need to drop their fucking prices, honestly.
Well, shit, you guys should post whatever that friend code thing is, to, like our Discord or something, to the level.
Oh, yeah.
Discord or something, and then we'll find out who the real, who the real master.
Bro, once
of
I get
Smash
Corin,
is.
I'm telling you, it's over. I'm telling you.
Let's see. It says friend
Yeah.
code nonsense.
So since the last 20 minutes since we went live, I've been
Yeah.
playing Super Smash, and I've been doing where we leave
Have
and go
you
back.
really?
I have been.
Oh my
I've
God.
unlocked 6 characters.
I've
that just shows you how
legitimately
fast-
contemplated that. Like, I was like, should I just like grab the handheld mode and just like bang it out
Yeah.
while we're talking?
Fucking bad.
So yeah.
You're not
Oh,
using
damn it.
Joy-Cons?
Damn it, I'm docked.
Oh,
I can't.
I'm not docked.
Okay,
But yeah, so
well,
my
that's
week,
fun.
nothing too crazy other than that. On like,
I'll play my
I've
Kindle
just kind of
Fire.
been hanging out. Let's go. But
Neato potato.
Yeah. Other than that, I want to say I played some Call of Duty. Mind you, I know a lot of people don't like Call of Duty anymore. Like, I still have some fun with it. Other than that, I really haven't done much.
Oh shit.
Kind of been doing IRL shit, just trying to get shit figured out. Yeah. So honestly, like my week's pretty much over. So yeah, nothing crazy this week. Other than I mean, I've been going to the gym like, again, which has been a lot of fun actually. I've been feeling a lot better, like health wise. Like even
This
after
is
like
good.
I've only gone 4 times so far, but like
Only takes a couple times to feel the difference.
Oh, for sure. Like okay, so
yeah, I mentioned
I was
that.
I was talking to Walker about this, but let's try that again. I did deductors and abductors, and I'll tell you what, if you know what that is, you know. You're aware. If you don't, the fucking lower region hurts real good.
Let's just say if you do too much weight, you're standing up and you're waddling.
You become bow-legged.
Yeah. You can't walk normal.
You ever heard of rickets? You get rickets.
Hey guys, when we picking Rocket League up again?
Bro, I'm down.
Dude, that game we were going pretty hard with that for a minute.
Yeah.
I want to stream more. So like if we play games that we can all get into, I'm
Yeah.
fucking game.
Yeah,
But
no,
yeah,
whatever.
that's my week.
Yeah.
What
Essentially,
about-
all have for the most part have the same games, except for James sold his Call of Duty.
Yeah,
I
got
mean,
rid of that shit.
I was thinking about depending on what happens with the Thursday night battle royale thing, like, what if we
Let's
just
do like
mix
a
it up that night
Yeah.
instead of just playing Overwatch every single time? You know, we'll play different things.
I know Aim's into fucking Rocket League, so like he'll have fun with this.
Yep.
That and the
Fucking-
Jackbox. That's
Can
always
we
a good
please
time.
do that?
Stuff
Because
like
I didn't
that,
buy that
yeah.
game for nothing.
Yeah, no, that was fun.
And
I like your version more than Fladry's version.
Oh yeah, I had to leave that night. Was it funner?
Jack
Was it
in the
fun at
Box?
all, or-
No, I like your version of what you have,
Oh,
other than
okay.
Fladry's. Fladry has an, but the one that you had, where the two people had to go up against each other, and we had to like write our own word in, and everyone voted like
Mhm.
that
this
shit was
person.
funny.
That was hilarious. It was so raunchy, but it was freaking perfect.
It got really dark.
Yo, Greg, Thursday nights. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that this Thursday. We play. We usually play Overwatch on Thursdays. This is to the general audience too, for those interested. But on Thursdays we do the battle royale with cheese, which typically has been Overwatch, which is open invitation pretty much.
No one's been on.
But yeah, nobody's been really on lately for it. So we might switch it up to different games. So if you're interested, we'll put some links probably in the Discord to our Steam IDs or whatever we need to do so that we can make inviting people.
Way easier.
Oh, Greg says he plays Overwatch as well. But Thursday nights, guys, like that's the night where we open up the doors to
Yeah.
group competitive battling.
Fuckery.
Yes, yes. So yeah, be sure to check that out.
I like it.
Generally, one of us are streaming pretty much every night of the week.
Yeah, for the most part. James has been the one that's
some
been the most consistent
Yeah,
lately.
he's the one
Yeah,
that's
he's been on top.
Yep.
Good.
So-
Kudos
Oh,
to you, sir.
Shucks.
Yeah, if one of us isn't streaming, the other is in this group here. So,
Mhm.
So how about you, Schroeder? Since you're already going, how's your week been?
it's been pretty good. It's been productive. To a degree, I actually have to say. Have made some updates to the Arc server. I've been really grinding away at that. Trying to balance out a few things. Added an economy to it. I did that a little while ago, but I've been tinkering with that and customizing it. Added a Pokemon arena. So they added these cryo balls to Arc, which I think break the game, honestly. But that's what they do. That's what they do. So, in a nutshell, it's basically Pokeballs.
Yep.
Uh,
I agree with that.
and so I took it upon myself to go into admin mode for our server and essentially build a Pokemon arena.
It actually it's fucking awesome looking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's.
definitely take a picture and post it because it's fucking.
I will. I'll drop it on the thing. And this is also an open invitation for the most part to this server as well. Slightly vetted. We don't want people running around just
killing our shit.
Yeah, for no reason. So
You kill my kangaroo, we're gonna fucking have fucking
it's PV. Presently, it's PVE. So there is no killing each other's dinos right now. It's player versus environment. So the idea is it's a creative community server, but on like Thursdays or something, or I mean one of the nights of the week,
Oh shucks,
probably
thanks,
Fridays
Stevie.
maybe, we'll have it PvP,
Yeah.
so that people can choose to. Because think about it, you can't even do the Pokemon battles in PvE.
No, you can't.
Yeah. So, but then I got ideas for all kinds of stuff. We built a boxing arena, and Walker and I tackled it with our armor on. What were we wearing? Desert armor?
Yeah, we were in desert armor. My brother was the ref. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and
we were just straight punching the shit out of each other.
And the desert armor was good because when you don't wear any armor, you get knocked out in like
seconds.
Super fast. But when you were in the armor, it actually was like it took a couple. It was a fight to actually knock each other out.
3 rounds.
Yeah.
Fucking full going ham at each other.
Yeah.
It was pretty fucking funny. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, my time, 5 o'clock his time. So we're both fucking tired. Like, let's just fucking go ham. Let's do it.
It was pretty fun. And so, and I have an idea as a way to make it so that that it works like that and that it's fair. It's through upgrading leather armor, but we'll play with that idea and stuff. But I got that, and then there's a few other things built into the stadium, essentially. That
Call of Duty area.
Yeah, there's a Call of Duty area. There's a capture the flag area. There's a racing area, a jousting area, target shot area. There's like a hotel system there where you actually you go to a table and you buy a note, and the note has a code on it, a PIN code, and then there's a building that has a bunch of rooms in it, and the door lock is basically the PIN for it.
Huh.
What you just paid for, and then because it's a community center, the way it's set up, you can generally, if you go to another person's base, you can't lay stuff down because it's not your base. There's a distance wall, if you will, that you can not place things. However, when you're at the community center, you can place, I believe, furniture. I don't think you can place foundations and walls and stuff, but you can place like beds and tables and benches and dressers, and things like that. So essentially, you go to the place, you pay for a room essentially that has a pin. You go to the room, and then you can place your beds and your stashes, and because essentially, and there's also going to be a garage so that you can have your Pokemon. I keep referring to them as Pokemon. To have your dinos chilling until it's your turn to fight in the arena, or if your dino gets beat up, because we don't want them to kill each other. We want them to, it's honestly, it's supposed to be an activity. This whole area is supposed to be an activity where you practice controlling yourself and controlling your characters and your dino. So the idea is, you whistle command your dino away before you kill the other dino, and then whoever concedes obviously loses.
It's actually pretty cool when you throw the cryopod, when you actually throw it and it bursts open, almost identical to what it would be like a Pokemon ball and stuff too. So it works out really well.
Yeah, it's super fun. It is super fun. But if your dino gets beat up, you can't just throw it back in a cryopod because it won't heal properly. So, alongside of renting a room, you also have a stable essentially where you can post up your animal so he can heal. So there's some kind of cool things. And then as far as the community goes with it is we have a community center, and at the community center you can buy tables where you can sell things. And there's a bunch of little areas at both locations where any player can purchase one of those tables, and then the whole setup of it, you could sell your crop. You could literally sell anything at the table. And there's one that actually has a built-in fridge in it too, so that you can sell food and drink and even animals. You can even post animals up. So it's kind of neat. I was thinking as far as the episodes go, one of them being just getting one of those shops set up to, record as a YouTube video for the server to show, how it can be done.
Hell yeah.
you know, things like that. So I got a lot of fun things in store for the servers. I think I'm going to run with this one. I do have to try to find a balance between this and other things, because I don't.
Yeah.
I do want to. I feel like I have to focus on a specific thing, or I'm going to try that anyways. And but I don't want to be limited to just that. You know what I mean? So something to think about and play with.
Oh,
See
yeah.
what happens.
One of the hardest things
Plus,
about being a creator of something.
yes,
is-
just finding the balance.
Yep.
All right. And then aside from that, I'm trying to get my brain ready for the move, because I'm heading back up to PA, which will be nice.
Word.
Real
How about
quick.
you, Mock?
Real quick.
Yeah, what's up, James?
Stevie says we're all super cute.
Aw.
That's
You're adorable,
true, it's
Stevie.
Not a lie.
Oh, Stevie.
Real recognizes real, Stevie.
There's nothing too crazy going on with me. If you want to watch me make mediocre content, you can watch that on YouTube and Twitch at MarkDude701. I guess gaming wise, this week I've been playing a lot of Smash, just a lot of different games. So then, just been trying to variate it, like trying not to stick to the same thing because I don't know.
You don't want to get burned out on the one game.
Yeah, I get bored and that sort of thing. So I'm just
Understandably so.
trying to stay active.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
I didn't spell here.
Nothing too
Right.
crazy.
For myself, about more camping shit.
Nice.
Got
Ooh, a
on the
thingy.
bowl.
Oh,
I got two
Damn,
of
you're
them.
always you. I'll tell you what. Out of all of us in this group, if there's anyone that lives in the goddamn future, it's Walker. He's got futuristic toilet, futuristic cups. You know, Jesus Christ, futuristic menu every single night. Like, his robots, freaking droids delivering his food to his house. Like, Jesus.
That's true. Got a water
Goddamn
backpack.
future over
nice.
here. Arizona. That's why I'm moving down there, because it's the future, clearly. Look at this. Look at that.
It's a backpack for water.
Right.
I do want one of those.
For
I'm gonna add
what?
those to the ARC server.
Camel
Just to have.
packs.
Yeah, you just be sitting here gaming with a water backpack. You don't never have to get up.
Yeah,
I mean, I
you
think
could,
it's
dude. You
probably
could put
good for
your
working
G
out.
Fuel in there.
Yeah, man.
Fuel in there.
Put a couple scoops, and you're good.
Put your
Good point.
Mountain Dew game fuel in there.
It's so fucking convenient.
Oh, man.
Played a game of Apex. So that was nice, just one. And then the rest
Just
of the time,
That was a nice $10 game pass
yep.
in one game.
Put
Ah,
it to
that
good
was
use.
worth it. Did
I
you
was
win?
bored. I did. No, I didn't win. I got 7 kills though.
Oh.
I got
That's still
bored the
good.
one day, so I wrote down a bunch of shit that's already built into Arc that I don't need to write it down, but I wrote it down anyways. There's recipes, and if you just go to the area where the recipes are, it literally tells you what the recipe is. But for some reason, I decided to be fun to write them down.
The scribbling to the madman.
So my
Oh,
wife
okay.
tried to read it, and she was like,
What are you doing over
"Fuck
there?
is this?"
It's like, what is a mejo berry?
Yeah.
And why do you need so many narcotics? What are you doing over here?
She's sitting there, and she's like, "What the fuck is this game?"
What's
like,
a stem?
It's like,
It's a
"Fuck,
lifestyle.
It is a lifestyle.
It's like, what the fuck is kibble? Like kibble and bits, dog food?
Like, don't even
no.
don't even get me started on fucking kibble, bitch. That shit is so
You don't even know.
hard to fathom it.
Shit, you gotta fucking kill the murder in that game to get it. You don't even know the lengths I have to go through to fucking make it happen. But no, that's pretty much been my week. I've been thinking the same thing, just trying to find something different to play at least once a week to kind of break up the week. I feel bad for Goku. He's been calling me like, "Hey man, when are you gonna finish playing?"
Yeah,
Like, I know,
have
bro.
you watching me play this giving you any inkling to go back to DBZK?
It has, but at the same time, it's like, fuck, I'm literally watching you play it. It's like, so if I play it, I'm just fucking repeating the same content you're doing. So it's just
Dude,
like,
you know what
son
game
of
I
a bitch.
really, really, really want to play is super bad?
what?
Attack on Titan.
That'd be fun.
Have you guys ever seen gameplay of that?
I have, yeah.
I don't think
Oh,
I have.
It is really cool. It is really, really, really cool. And I love games like that, bro. Like when we get all settled in up there, if I can swing it, I'm gonna try to make that happen. Because when you guys get a chance, watch some gameplay of that game. Because it reminds me of
It's a hack and slash, 3D hack and slash.
yeah, it's
Like Dynasty Warriors or something like that.
like Dynasty Warriors, but with the physics of Spider-Man.
Yep.
You know, it's pretty crazy. It's a good time.
Yeah, no, I've been thinking it's like I want to play Kakarot at the same time, but if I stream it, because all the people who watch you watch me too, and it's just like I literally just watched this whole playthrough already. It's like shit. Do I really want to do that? Fucking. So I'm contemplating that or not, but we'll see. It's gonna happen
that
with Final Fantasy
multiplayer,
VII anyway,
Yeah.
so
Is that multiplayer at all?
No.
that'd be fucking nice if it was, but no, it's not. There's so many characters you can play at one time. I'm surprised
Yeah,
they didn't
right?
do something. Because it's not like the original Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi games where you had like the 1v1 modes where you could fight your friends. They don't have that in this game. That'd be cool if they did, but they don't. Because there's already you got Xenoverse and then DBZ Fighters, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
You can do that with. So I don't think that's probably why they didn't do it, because they already have 2 other games that came out in the last 3 years that have that. I just don't think they want to make too many of the same thing. So,
Right.
but no, that's pretty much been the majority of my week. Next week I'll probably have a new
New camping equipment.
I did buy they had a gun show. America's largest traveling gun show came to Tucson yesterday. I went there. That was kind of cool. Not what I thought it was, but
What
I
did you
thought it
buy?
was like I got a scope, a really nice red scope for my AR for $50. That was pretty cool. I got some really crazy discounted ammo. Asked some really stupid questions, and all these really big gun buffs looked at me like I was retarded. Just like, I'm sorry, I don't know. They're like, well, what does this have? What does this have? Like fucking Aim Right the other day was talking to me, and I felt so bad because he's asking me all these questions about my guns, and it's just like, I know I should know this, but I don't. Schroeder was in that interaction.
I didn't know any of it either.
I'm just like I know I should know this because I own this stuff, but I feel bad that I don't.
Right.
So that's pretty much. I had really, really, really nice, like, camo backpacks, like workout backpack type things for $15. Like they
Wow.
were amazing quality. I got to see for the first time in person a 50 caliber sniper rifle.
Nice. Those things
Oh
are
my-
huge.
That was just, oh my god. That's probably, if you probably stood it up, it was probably almost as tall as me.
Yep.
Jesus, really?
They're big.
Yeah.
Wow.
bull-
Well, the
Bullets.
bullets are the bullets are like yay big.
The bullets are about almost a foot long.
They're
The
meant
hell
to
you take
go
it down with those?
a fucking car. That's meant to
Yeah,
get
Take
shot.
tanks.
down tanks and shit.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
goes
tanks.
right into the
You
engine
take
blocking.
down the thief that's in
cuts
the that's in your neighbor's fridge down the
Fucking
mile.
7 miles away.
Yeah,
If you get the
Jesus.
highest, I think the highest end scope, it can see.
it can see up to like I would say it's like 10 miles.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
like something crazy like that.
Yeah, if you have a clear path, the actual scope that goes with it, it's like a $10,000 scope. It can see like 10 miles.
Yeah,
Like that's
It's
that
crazy.
precise precision.
Insane.
Like,
Um,
okay, so the best way to put it, have you seen the movie Wanted
Where they,
you could
with
curve
James
the bullet.
McAvoy?
they curve the bullets.
No, I haven't seen that actually. No.
So there's a scene in it. If anyone else knows what I'm, and I mind you, yes, that movie is highly exaggerated, but the way that dude shot the one guy in the beginning of the movie when he is on the scope on the top of a building, that's factual. Like he could see, like that would be how far that scope could see. It's over like roughly a 10-mile radius.
That's insanity.
What was the movie that Ryan Reynolds was in with I'm trying to think. It was
Hitman's Bodyguard.
no, it was an old.
That was a good
not,
movie.
Not Boondock
Yeah.
Saints, but what the fuck was it?
Blade.
Hell.
That was a
Gun.
bad
I'll
movie.
see. I'll see if I can find it. But in that movie, the one chick was using sniper rifles from one
My mom said she
hotel,
wants to see that.
going from across the street, and the chick would hit a dude with a sniper rifle, and they basically flew across the room, and their body parts exploded.
That's 50 cal for you.
Nice.
Yeah, I've always said for protection, I wanted a Desert Eagle, and everyone, my brother-in-law, when I was talking to him, he was like, "What are you trying to do? Decapitate somebody if they could break into your house?" Like, hey, at least they would learn. They'd be going out on the other side without a leg, or maybe both, or the whole entire chest will be gone. Because it's the same thing of 50 to
You want a hole
desert.
in your head? That's how you
Yeah.
get one.
Jesus Christ.
No, you wouldn't
Yeah.
have a hole in your head. You wouldn't have a head.
You no longer want a head?
Smoking Aces. It's got William
That's
Dafoe in it.
crazy.
Oh, I love Willem Dafoe.
But yeah, it's 50. It's if you stand that thing straight up and down, it was literally as tall as me. And the guy showed the bullets. I could have bought it when I was there.
$5.
Asking price, yeah. Asking price was $12.50, not $12.50, 12,500.
There you go.
Yeah.
Whew.
It's like you want to buy it. It's yours, man, for that asking price.
That's like the price of my car.
I'm Gucci, bro. I'm good.
Yeah.
Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
He had a lesser version that was 5,000.
That one will only do about 5 miles.
Yeah.
Tank
Yeah.
But that was cool though. I was thinking because they have gun shows in Lake City where they did like raffles and shit.
Yeah.
And they give you free beer. That's what I thought it was. That's why I went originally, but it's not.
Not at all.
Major cities like this, I feel probably don't do that kind of stuff. But it was still cool. So that was my week. Nothing too fantastical. Hopefully now I can actually shoot my AR for the first time. I haven't shot it yet, so now that I got everything that I need, including a case, so we'll see how that goes one day.
Before we start the news, there was one thing that I forgot to mention with my week. I watched episode 7 of Interspecies Reviewer.
Ooh.
You did.
Okay. How was it?
Well, Walker, Schroeder, and Mark know exactly my thoughts on it. First off, I love that interaction with John Mary when he came in to the Discord.
He comes in yesterday. He's like, "What's up, guys?" James starts talking about the Interspecies Reviewer, and immediately 2 seconds later, John Mary just dips.
So no, this is how it's go. This is how it went. Okay, he goes, "Hey guys, what's up?" And as he says that, I go, "Oh fuck, I need to go to Pornhub and watch the newest episode of Interspecies Reviewer." He immediately dips out.
Yep.
That's fucking hilarious.
He's like, "Oh, okay. I don't know what these guys are fucking talking about."
All right. So I could only go through one episode because this episode just got me. It fucking.
Strap in, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
You're in for a treat.
Not strap on, but strap in.
All right.
I mean, strap on probably works.
All right. Episode 7. I guess this is more directed towards Nate and the audience because Mark, Schroeder, and Walker know exactly what happened to this episode in pretty great detail. I think I heard one of them start throwing up while I was explaining it last night.
You don't have to go into a lot of detail. You know.
No, he won't. I know he won't.
No, I won't. So Nate.
Yep.
You ever been to SeaWorld?
Unfortunately.
You know where that like almost half of an auditorium where it's like, oh, and there's like Shamu swimming around, having a good old time, flip-flopping around. So
he's distracted by his game.
Yeah, he is very distracted by Smash.
I just unlocked Corin. I'm gonna.
I gotta do this shit.
Inside,
you don't understand.
Inside, he's like,
he's freaking
going
out
insane right now.
Like you don't even realize.
Now imagine instead of Shamu flip-flopping around doing sick 360 nollies, it's Instead, Shamu stands on a stage and just lays a big old egg. While a bunch of people are going, fuck yeah! Oh my god, that's the hottest shit ever! And that's episode
Weird,
7
weird.
of Interspecies Reviewers.
And to put it in more context, that is extremely, extremely dumbed down by like 20,000% from the actual explanation that
watch
we got yesterday. Just throwing that out there.
What is it that takes you on these journeys?
It's hilarious.
Curiosity, my dear Watson.
That show is genuinely hilarious, and I actually really like the show. And then this episode happened, and I'm like, fuck, there's no way they can get worse than this.
God.
It will only...
Just you wait.
Yeah, it's the whole thing is like, so the human, the elf, and the angel, and this reptile dude go to SeaWorld and watch reptiles, fish, a fucking sea anemone, a penguin person, just
In person?
yeah,
Oh, something happened.
just lay eggs.
Weird.
And the
That
mermen
is
were just
interesting,
getting
to say the
so
least.
hot and heavy in their little tank. They were just jizzing everywhere.
Hey, that's what
They
it's all
loved
about.
it so much.
Appreciate it.
And
Yeah, that's closer to the review we got yesterday. It's still not quite, but
No.
it's closer. Anyways, on that
everyone
note,
hated it except for the lizard guy who gave it a solid 9 out of 10. Everyone's like, this shit's gross.
Fox Picks Media. Has anyone watched Airplane and Airplane 2, the sequel?
I watched
I heard
Airplane
that
1.
There's some of the,
those are some classic movies right there.
since it's 40th anniversary of Airplane. What is Airplane? That's
You've never
awesome.
seen Airplane?
I don't know
No.
what it's not.
Don't
ringing
call
a
me
bell.
Shirley. That
Remember,
Shirley, you
we're
must be
counting on
joking. Don't call me Shirley.
you. Remember, everyone's counting on you.
I actually don't. I don't know what that is.
It's like engage the autopilot. And it's just like a
Just some
fucking like
blow up.
inflatable.
Just a
I've
blow up
never seen
pilot.
it.
it's a
I
comedy
see
about like an airplane crashing.
Okay,
Calm
if I
down.
seen a thing of it, I probably would recognize it.
Calm down. Calm
No,
down.
The Office makes a couple reference to it when Michael Scott says, "Don't call me Shirley."
Yeah.
Things like that. It's just little
call
things
me
like that.
It's what is it? Leslie Nielsen?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Shirley, you know what you're
Oh.
doing. Don't call me Shirley. Michael Scott says that a bunch. Like that's where you got it from.
I see.
Well, let's get into some news, gents. That was some video game news this week.
Vigi games?
Yeah.
Who wants
Boy.
to go first?
I
Once
mean, you're
again,
like
the
the
dead
only
science.
person that really has video.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot either. I mean,
I guess I have. We can. I have some video game news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then once you go, I'll go, and then you guys can.
Am I gonna go first?
Do you
Why are
want
you
to
gonna go first?
Holy
Marv?
shit.
You're in the
Okey-dokey.
limelight here.
You are.
Well,
Everyone's
we'll
counting
run
on
through
you.
my little gaming news that we have here. So, Nvidia said that they're pulling the publishers' games from their streaming service, GeForce Now. So they're pulling 2K games from their service now. So if you ever wanted
Bunch
to
of
play
fucks.
Borderlands, BioShock, Civilization games, NBA 2K, or any of their other games, you can't do it anymore. They lost their licensing.
Yep.
um,
I want.
Have
Go
at
ahead.
it.
I was gonna say along with who else just fucking dropped them as well. There was 2 other companies too.
Well, Activision
No.
Blizzard
Activision,
dropped them
Blizzard,
already.
and Bethesda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bethesda, Activision, Blizzard. I think EA did it as well.
Yep.
Oh, probably. Everyone's a fuck.
Epic actually just tweeted that they're in open arms about using their service. They say that
Yeah.
it's the
Half
next
their games
generation
are
of
fucking
gaming.
free.
Yeah, and
But There's
Epic's
literally,
full blown behind it. They're like, let's do it, boys.
there's literally no downside to the developer to these publishing companies to having their stuff on this service.
Yeah, I don't know why they were like, "Nah, we're good. Never mind."
Well, initially it was fine because it was a free service and it was in beta. But whenever they started charging money to, I guess, access those games, then I guess it's a licensing problem.
Mhm.
Well, but here's the thing though. It's not like the companies are losing money. Like it's not like Activision Blizzard is losing money because people are playing Call of Duty 87 on using GeForce Now. It's not like you had to buy the game beforehand, and all you're doing is just using hardware that Nvidia owns to play your game.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I don't know. It might be a barrier to entry. Like people have to pay $5 to get access to the service that's already free. Might be
Right.
against like the terms of service. That's the only thing I can think of.
What are you lobbing out the window?
Yeah, what the
Yeah.
fuck are you lobbing out the window?
Oh, you can still. I didn't realize how much was never. I had leftover salsa, and I wanted it out of my room. I haven't gone upstairs yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys
You
and
just
girls,
launched
we have
out
our
your window, though?
we have
You're
our
like fucking
Who the
animals,
fuck-
raccoons outside your
I
house.
know,
We have our-
you have a
For
skunk hang-
straight salsa. Shit.
That's what we're
dude.
gonna hear about for the rest of the week. Is guys, I think there's a skunk outside my window, man.
we just have our first crime debut on the Level Knock podcast. Nate decided
It's
to litter.
just salsa. It's organic.
No,
it's
you
like
know what?
onions and fucking peppers.
You know what would have been fucking hilarious?
If
if
the thing,
he-
the thing would have
if he-
launched too.
If he threw that, well, yeah, but if you threw the, if we heard you say fuck as you
can
threw
see
it.
through the bowl that I was in, but no, you just throw it out, and then all of a sudden, really loudly, you would hear someone in the distance go, "What the fuck is that salsa on me?"
Oh, that would have been the greatest fucking clip ever.
I didn't realize how much of my window actually. I thought I was gonna be able to nonchalantly get away with it. To be honest.
Oh my
I
god.
was-
Wrong, my friend.
I think we were all watching you through that entire thing, wondering
just
what
like-
the fuck is he doing.
What is going on right now? I'm very confused.
My first thought was like, oh yeah, it's probably warm in there. He's just opening up to get a little air. in
Yeah,
there.
right.
And then he opens up the screen window, and I'm
That's
like,
gonna
what,
bring bugs in.
what the fuck is this kid doing?
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Moving on.
Well,
Halo Combat Evolved Remastered is now available on PC.
Yay.
If you wanted to play that.
Mark, how is it?
I played a couple rounds. It's not too bad.
It looked fun.
It's very similar to the old one, but it does have a lot of quirks and stuff that don't match the old game. Like a lot of the pacing doesn't really work for me still. Like I like the pacing of the original one, where this one is still pretty clunky. I don't know if that's just how Halo games are now. It was fun though. They give you some options that allow you to choose between updated sounds in the original ones. They have support up to 4K and ultra wide displays,
Nice.
and good old 3D character model views for
Whoa.
customizing your sport.
It was pretty cool, man.
How weird is it playing on a keyboard and mouse again?
No big deal. It's weird playing the game again, like recognizing the maps, because during that time I was used to playing like fucking Quake or Unreal Tournament. So it plays very similar to those kind of games. So it's weird getting back in that sort of thing.
It's going back to an arena shooter.
Yeah, I like those kind of games, but the newer Halos didn't really do it for me.
that's fair.
So I'd give it a try. I just wish they would have released it all as a single package, because this by itself is not worth like the $104 or the $40 collection. Like,
Or $10 separately.
yeah, I just wish it was already sold as one package.
Like the
The
whole
last thing
package
I-
was released.
Yeah, true. I guess that's my biggest disappointment about the whole Halo thing. We'll see whenever it's all released if I actually end up liking it.
Yeah.
Last bit of news that I got is Google is sending out 3 months of Stadia access to Chromecast owners via email. So if you have a Chromecast and you use it actively, check your email because you might be invited to try out Stadia, but you still kind of need one of their controllers and more other shit. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, you need
So-
one there and a Pixel,
Out
or a
of-
newer
Yeah, that's
Samsung
the
phone.
device.
So, okay, out of curiosity, because this still like pertains to gaming or not, why wouldn't like if someone doesn't want to go buy one of their controllers, but they already bought one of like their phones, like a Google phone, why not do some sort of like virtual controller through your like wouldn't that would work perfectly fine?
That
I
would-
believe Sony
That would
did
be
it.
shit.
Sony did it, and the
They
Sony one wasn't.
did, and it was shit.
It wasn't that bad.
It's bad. Have
using
you?
it using.
I-
I didn't use it personally. I saw like a couple of.
I played. I sideloaded that onto my S7, that app.
Okay.
I played the Division with that once. It took me all of maybe 5 minutes to decide I'm never doing this again.
Dang.
Well, why not have the access to like just do a Bluetooth control?
Because it's fucking Google and they're idiots. It's the Stadia, man. Does anything with the Stadia make sense?
No,
It
but like
starts with the controller.
if they want,
starts with what you're holding.
Yeah.
if you want like people to like actually jump on this, because let's be honest, the Stadia is fucking dead, and it was pretty much from birth. Like it was dead on arrival. Like it was dead. The ship was sunk. Wow, they were dead before the ship even sank. I can't fucking talk today. I've been having this issue all day. But so would you already have to have like a Chromecast Ultra? Or do you a normal Stadia? Not a Stadia.
Probably
normal
Chromecast.
work.
Probably Chromecast Ultra because you need the Chromecast Ultra to use it, at least as of right now.
Greg says
So-
but they wouldn't make more money.
Do you think they're gonna see like? Are they gonna do it to people who like? Would you be able to go out and buy a Chromecast Ultra, and say you want to go buy a controller too? Because I can play this for 3 months. I'll check it out. Do you think that they're gonna do that, or do they already have to have like a X amount of time established account?
Probably X amount of time established account.
Yeah,
'Cause
they
wouldn't-
don't specify, and I don't even know if you can buy a controller by itself.
No,
or
you
if you have
can't.
to buy like the full Pro Stadia pack.
That's
or
You
whatever.
have to buy the whole
dumb.
pack. But Nate, no, I think you can buy the controller separately now.
They would see a massive influx if they did these things.
But here's the thing, Nate. Here's the thing. It's the retailer's fault for not carrying the controllers.
Is it though?
It's the retailer's fault.
Is it though, Google?
Yes.
All right, let's blame everyone but ourselves.
Why? I mean, couldn't the retailers just order them?
No.
I mean,
They
that's all it
don't.
comes
They
down
didn't
to.
give anyone any.
Mm-mm. The
They
only
didn't
place
send anyone anything.
Yeah, the only place you could buy the controllers is the Google store.
Seems
They
a
didn't
little
even like.
silly.
They didn't even reach out. Like, so I mind you, when like there's a new console or a new game or whatnot, companies will send big businesses like cutouts and different things. They gave fuck all about the Stadia. I imagine Best Buy would be the one place they would try to like shoot the Stadia.
Yep.
Give us a fucking cutout or
Yeah,
something.
you'd figure they'd capitalize the
Nothing.
hell out of that.
Like even if they would have made like Best Buy exclusive, it's the Stadia here. Like that would be the best possible thing. But no, they just kept it to themselves.
Yep.
Which doesn't make any business sense at all, but who am I to tell Google anything?
Who knows?
Yeah. That's just my opinion. Like I
The
think
consumer.
yeah. Why listen to your audience?
But that's all that I got for news.
All right.
Who else has got some stories?
I mean, I got tech news, but yeah, I know like Walker has gaming news.
Yeah.
I have
We
gaming
can do
news.
that.
Do you have gaming news?
Yeah.
Well, since let me go since I'll be talking everyone's ear off for like 5 minutes at the end with movie news. I'll just run through my gaming news really quick so my stuff's not combined in one. How much Nintendo stuff do you have so I don't talk about it?
I mean, I have just about the PlayStation being sold.
Okay. Well, then I'll start off with my first thing. EA loses a big key company. Unrelated to anything that's going on, but I Am 8-Bit, a creative services company that makes video game
They make
collectibles,
really cool stuff.
was
really great
set to
stuff.
be the creative director for all of E3. Basically, set the stages, set everything inside, outside, everybody has dropped out. They are no longer going to be the creative director for E3.
That seems like not a good idea.
They have backed out due to creative differences compared to what E3's vision is and what their vision is as to what they want it to look like.
After about 5 weeks.
Yep.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's when you know shit's
Pretty
bad.
bold move.
That's when
man.
you know shit's bad.
Yeah.
So
I don't even know what to say to that, to be honest.
I know, man. That's gonna.
E3's
So now-
dying. E3's basically dead.
Yep. E3 does no longer has a creative director in terms of a company that will basically be modeling and setting up the whole entire venue. They have yet to say what they're going to do as to what the next steps are. They are very sad and feel that it was an unfortunate decision that their creative partners have dropped out. But the show must go on. They will re-envisionate everything and shake things up. They say, stay tuned. I Am 8-Bit says, due to creative differences, we have resigned as creative directors. We wanted it to be evolutionary, but unfortunately, there was too much involved, and the differences were too great for us to stay on. Best of luck to all the organizers at this year's E3 2020.
Damn.
So
I wonder what the specifics are to that.
I feel like it's a lot of petty bureaucracy bullshit.
Probably.
I have no idea.
Who knows?
Probably.
But I'm assuming they had, okay, so this is the stage that we're going to have, the main stage. We're going to fucking deck it out with all this shit. Is probably what I Am 8-Bit, the company, was coming out like, okay, let's fucking do this. And E3 probably was like, well, how about we take this and put this here instead? And then they were probably like, well, how about no,
I thought
we're
we
the
were the creative
directors.
directors.
Yeah, and it could be vice versa. Maybe E3 asked for this, and 8-Bit said no, it doesn't make any sense, or something. Something happened in terms of the direction where they couldn't agree on the terms of what they wanted E3 to look like from a standpoint of decoration and all that shit. So now there's nothing. Like last year when they did Microsoft's thing, the creative company, they're the ones that did all of that. The Lego cars, all that shit. They do it all. And now they don't have one. So it is not known what'll happen of it. Obviously E3, they're not gonna not have E3, but they're gonna be scrambling around to figure out what to do. Yeah. Next piece of news that I have is actually about Overwatch.
Wow.
So the Overwatch League obviously has different competitive seasons. In the 21st season, they have released their players that are banned. It is Orisa, Hanzo, Mei, and is it Baptiste?
Orisa, Hanzo, and who?
Mei,
Baptiste
are the 4 characters that are banned from the 21st competitive season of Overwatch. Each year they take different characters and they don't allow them to compete in the game, and this year those are the 4 characters that you will not be allowed to play as in this year's competitive Overwatch season. Why specifically those characters, they didn't really go into detail. It's just basically those are the ones that they picked, more or less, is what it comes down to. I didn't realize there's 21 seasons so far. How long has Overwatch been out for?
A while.
4 years? 5 years?
5 years. Yeah.
Oh, I was in high school.
Yeah.
So,
I
want to say 5-6 years.
Yeah, I
Let's
beta
check.
tested. I did the beta test on PS4 for Overwatch
Same.
before I moved. So
I
yeah,
wanted
it
to
was
say,
probably
yeah,
about 5 years.
6, about 5-6 years. 'Cause I think I was-
2016.
2016?
Oh, that was my senior year.
Wow. Yeah, those are the 4 characters. So I'm guessing for only 4 years, 21st competitive season, they probably must have multiple seasons a year. Then I'm assuming.
I think they have
Um,
two.
School weird.
You were in high
Um,
school?
No,
Okay, I was gonna say, aren't you like much older than me? Like by like 3
not
years?
much, but a few.
Yeah, so those are the characters in case you're wondering. Final Fantasy VII news, they have announced that if you have watched the demo from me and James or just watch gameplay in general, essentially what you do is that you can swap in between all the characters. So while you're Cloud, you can switch over to Barrett, shoot his hand machine gun at the dudes in the sky. All the characters are going to be playable except for one. Red 13 was announced that he will.
420 XD will not be available.
Yep, he will not be playable. For those who don't know who he is the dog, the red dog. He will be the only. He will be used in combat, but they have determined that his style of play does not fit the rest of them, which I don't really feel that makes sense.
I feel like he's going to be a much quicker character. He's going to be like a Yuffie, probably.
Where they said it doesn't match the other styles, so that he will be essentially there doing his own thing and attacking, while you can switch in and out between the other characters. So that is a thing, so you will not be able to play as him. There's a demo secret ending, which I did not know.
What? I'm sorry?
Yeah. So there is a secret ending that people didn't realize until they played the demo twice. So when selecting the bomb time, you have an option for 30 minutes or 20 minutes. Unbeknownst to a lot of people, by picking the 20-minute time frame and Barrett calls you cocky, that unlocks a special ending.
Really?
That you don't get when you press the 30-minute time frame. So the secret ending, spoiler alert, is Cloud's vision starts shaking and you see Sephiroth. You know what I'm talking about, James?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the secret ending. If you pick the 30-minute time frame, that doesn't happen.
Wait, but doesn't that happens in the original game?
Well, for the demo.
Yeah. Okay.
For the demo, it doesn't happen.
Really?
Right, but that's the next sequence in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for the demo purposes, that doesn't show up. The game just ends. So yeah, that was something that was found just a couple of days ago, where people weren't realizing it, and then someone finally put it together that sequence doesn't happen when you pick 30 minutes. Which, to be honest, there's no need whatsoever to pick 30 minutes. Because I think in the original Final Fantasy, they only give you 10, 15 or 10.
I thought it was like 15 or 10.
It's way less time. So
you can
yeah,
get
that
through that
technically
area
is
in like
a secret
5 minutes.
Yeah, that ending is technically a secret ending with Cloud's vision starts shaking and you see Sephiroth. Sephiroth as
Sephiroth.
Oh, I still hear that. Sephiroth.
Number 10, Sephiroth. Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce.
Like, isn't that the Burger King foot lettuce, dude?
Yeah. The last thing you want in your Burger King burger is foot fungus.
Oh, gross.
I gotta tell you, fucking, just real quick side note since we're talking about him, my buddy is actually in one of those videos.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah, my buddy, he had a little home video of this thing and it ended up in one of those compilations of his actual video because he names him by name, like his.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'll fucking link it in the Discord.
Next thing, so there's been a lot of news of RE13.
RE13.
RE3 make.
Great game.
Yeah, RE13. Of RE3 with Nemesis being just an OG boss.
Ooh, hold on. So, speaking of RE3, there's actually, if you play the new demo for RE2, that was the one-shot demo originally, they remade it so it's not a one-shot demo, but it's the same damn thing. If you head outside of the RPD and you hang out in the almost the courtyard for a little bit, you actually hear Nemesis go stars, but that wouldn't make sense because this, like, Nemesis shows up after the events of like immediately, almost immediately after the events of 2, Leon and Claire would be underground time, so it wouldn't make sense. But I just wanted to throw that in there.
Thank you.
It's just a little Easter egg.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to the lore though. So I don't
Isn't
like
it
it.
Stars like the super like
Stars.
fucking Black Ops version of like whatever the shit is?
They're the RPD's version of SWAT.
Okay.
So there's been a lot of rumors because they're making Nemesis so OP in this game that so in all the Resident Evils to date, there's safe rooms that you can go in, you can relax, you can sit in, and you can't be attacked by the bad guy. And there's been a lot of talk and rumors going around that if Nemesis is chasing you and you go to the safe room, he enters the room with you, making
Ooh.
it basically just kills you.
It's just good, bro.
And there was a lot of news going around that was a thing. RE, the company, Capcom finally came out and has debunked those rumors, saying that the safe rooms are safe. No Nemesis cannot break into the room, despite that he is a pretty badass character. That the safe rooms are exactly what they are. They're safe.
Yeah.
So anyone who was worried or anything like that, you don't have to worry. That is not going to happen.
Yeah, it was just bad reporting at that point.
Yeah.
Because it was hilarious because I saw like my Google timeline was just filled with stuff saying, "Oh, the safe rooms aren't safe in Resident Evil 3," and I go, "Bullshit, they're not." And then like immediately after that, I refreshed the next time I like refreshed the news feed, the very first thing that pops up was like, "Yeah, Capcom said that's false."
So yeah, it's been debunked, and that definitely not a thing. So you do not have to worry. Nintendo, the last couple pieces of video game news. A lot going on in the Nintendo sphere. One being, which I completely forgot about, in 2 days, it's Mario Day, March 10th.
Yeah.
It is Mario Day. So if you are looking to buy, tomorrow for you guys. If you are looking to buy Mario games, that is the day. Tomorrow is the day to buy them.
Oh my god, so help me fucking God. Actually, no, never mind. I was going to say, so help me God if fucking Smash Bros. Is on sale, but I could just get the price match. I'm good.
There was a lot of games that are under, that are discounted to $10. One of the big ones, Super Mario Maker 2, Super Mario Party. These aren't necessarily $10, but they're going to be greatly discounted. So the discounts between $10 to $50 is the discount that you will receive on games on the Switch itself on Mario Day. Super Mario Maker 2, Super Mario Party, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Tokyo Games, Yoshi's Crafted World, and a bunch of other first-party Nintendo games.
Nice.
Including Mario Kart. And there's a couple other ones that are in there that will be crazy discounted. So if there's a day that you want to buy some games, play with your buds, that's definitely the day to look. Myself, I have Smash, Party, and Mario Kart. So if anyone doesn't have those and you want to get them, we all can play. So I don't have Sonic, but I do have the other ones. With that, more Nintendo news. I don't know if you guys heard about this. So there's Breath of the Wild. There's a new challenge. So the challenge is you beat the game without running or walking at all.
Don't touch the ground. Floor is lava.
A guy did it. A guy beat the game without running or walking whatsoever. The ways that you can move are paragliding, climbing, swimming, unsing horses, which you put in quotes, I didn't use this, but you can, shield surfing, flurry rushing, but just literally no walking or running. And he beat the game by doing that challenge.
Yeah,
it didn't say how long it took him, but he was able to accomplish it.
That's madness.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Zelda players are crazy people. I love it.
Seems that way.
Sound like Fallout players.
So yeah, if you want to be able to, if you want to try to beat the game without touching the ground one time, that there. Next thing that I have for Nintendo is that Pokemon Go is getting a competitive league. So that's for those who still play Pokemon Go. They are adding a competitive feature to it.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
Yeah. The full season will debut March 13th and end in May. During the Pokemon Go Battle League Season 1, trainers will be paired up against similar ranked competitors through an online matchmaking system. The league format will rotate between 3 leagues: Great League, All League, and the Master League. As players win battles, they climb the ranks. Each ranks offers a new possibility, new opportunity to wield a variety of different awards.
Hmm.
So you're looking to play online with your Pokemon, now's your chance.
That's
Nice.
pretty damn cool, actually.
And you want to, it's a global competitor, a logo competition where trainers can battle each other to win in-game awards. You do not have to be in the same area to utilize this feature.
Nice.
So that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty neat.
Last piece of Nintendo news that I have, Nintendo has just released their top 10 selling best games and how many they've sold of each. And of course, the link doesn't work.
Nice.
Oh, that's why I combined 2 different links. That was
F.
my fault.
Big ass.
Come on. There we go.
Big old doinks.
Okay. Number 10, Luigi's Mansion 3. 5.3 million copies sold.
Holy shit. For Luigi's Mansion?
Yeah.
Holy
All these
shit.
are pretty.
There weren't
All these are up there.
5.3 million people that played the first 2 ones.
Yeah. It's unreal that the amount of sales. It just, the Switch itself has sold 100 million copies recently. 100 million units recently.
Wow.
Yep. Remote has struggled. Okay. Yeah, and the top 6 games have sold over 10 million each. Just throwing that
Damn.
out there.
So a 10th
So that.
install
So
base.
number 10, once again, Luigi's Mansion 3, 5.3 million. Number 9, Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, 5.85 million copies.
There weren't even that many people who played the original.
Yeah, which is crazy to think about. Super Mario Party, 9.12 million. Splatoon 2, number 7,
Splat Tim.
9.8 million. Number 6, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, combined total 11.76 million units. A game that has been out for 2 months. Number 5, Pokemon Sword and Shield, 16.6 million copies in the 2-month time span that it's been out.
Fuck.
Yeah. Number 4, Legends of Zelda Breath of the Wild, 16.34 million copies. Number 3, Super Mario Odyssey, 16.6 million. Number 2, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, 17.7 million copies. And
And
number
I
1,
bought 3 of those.
you did. And number 1 by far, by over 5 million more copies.
Mario Maker 2.
Number 1, nope,
Mario
Kart 8 Deluxe. 23 million copies of that game have been sold since the launch of that game, which I think that was a launch title for the Switch.
I don't believe so.
Jeez.
Well, it's nevertheless, but
It
yeah,
was a launch
23
window, but I
million
didn't
copies.
think it was a launch title. And that sold more than the fucking console it was originally on.
Yeah, which is unreal. Yeah,
Or
the Switch
basically
right now is
sold.
booming.
Yeah.
The Switch is on fire, and there's no signs of slowing down. Yeah, that was the big thing. Oh, last piece, for anyone who does care, Pokimane, She is a Twitch streamer. She is the first streamer to sign an exclusive deal to Twitch, where she will stay exclusively on Twitch for the next 5 years. She is the first female to sign the deal for Twitch, making her one of the first. There's a bunch of guys that have, but she is signed exclusively to Twitch.
Good for her.
Her name is Pokemon. James, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. I had to say that when I took a swig of my delicious Guinness.
God.
Hashtag sponsored, not sponsored.
No, hashtag not sponsored. All right.
Not sponsored.
So the Nintendo PlayStation, we talked about this not too long ago. Maybe, what was it, like last month, 2 months ago, something like that?
About a month ago.
So the Nintendo PlayStation, for those who don't know, was going to be a system that Sony made that was going to be a Super Famicom and a disc system that used CDs. Only a handful are known to exist, one of which is this one in particular. This is the only one that's known to work. It went to auction. It went to auction with Heritage Auctions, and I think the initial price was either $100,000 or $150,000 was the initial starting bid. It sold for $360,000
Sure did.
for a game system that does not play any games.
So true. It's so true that nothing worked for it.
And it never was actually released. Because famously,
The nostalgia, I guess.
Nintendo screwed Sony over. And after Sony made these prototypes that worked, Nintendo went and partnered up with Philips to let Philips make games using their intellectual properties for the CDI console. And we all know how that went.
So,
And that was poorly.
On a side note, though, when it's all said and done, looking forward 20 years later, did Nintendo make the right decision
No.
by not partnering with Sony?
Oh, no. I mean,
But look at
this
where
is-
they're at now with the Switch. Like, all these years later, like...
Yeah, but then they wouldn't have like Sony in the market, because this right here, Nintendo screwing Sony out of this deal, is the reason why Sony got into the games industry. That is the
Yeah, that's
only
true. 'Cause
reason
that's why they made the
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
They were
Yeah.
so fucking butthurt that they released the PlayStation.
I would have been.
Yeah,
That's true. If
were
they never did that, Sony
butthurt.
wouldn't have
Yeah, and then
take one of the
but
competitors out.
on the other hand, we wouldn't have classics like Mario Hotel or Hotel Mario, Legend of Zelda, Wand of Camelon, Legend of Zelda, Link Faces of Evil, Zelda's Adventure,
Seems like you're struggling there, my guy.
quality.
Quality.
We wouldn't have great lines we wouldn't have the great lines. You know what they say, Luigi? All toasters toast toast. We wouldn't get that. We wouldn't have gotten that without without Philips coming in and being the real bro and spending like $5 on animation.
That's true.
Should I save the new TV show coming out for the movies?
Yeah.
Okay. Game that is highly anticipated for PlayStation got announced. Well, not announced. A release date has been confirmed. Ghost of Tsushima, the new game by Sucker Punch, the people that made Sly Cooper and the Infamous series, is officially being launched on June 26th for the PlayStation 4. There are currently no details on if there's going to be an upgraded version or anything for the PlayStation 5. I'm sure we'll learn a little bit more about that when Sony decides to announce Sony decides to talk about the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, whenever they decided, like, I think it's about time for us to release some details on our next generation console.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Sony, here's a great little service that Sony has called PlayStation Now. Nate, I was telling you about this.
Yeah.
I was going to. Added some new games to PlayStation Now, and some of them are real fucking bangers, may I say. So, this month, we got games like Shadows of the Tomb Raider, Wolfenstein 2, NASCAR Heat 3, Dead or Alive 5 Last Round, the PS4 version, Knights of Azure 1 and 2, Romance of the Three Kingdoms 13, Tokuden 2, which is just Monster Hunter, but with Dynasty Warriors, Warriors All-Stars, and Control.
Nice.
So those are, at least Shadows of the Tomb Raider, Control, and Wolfenstein are absolute bangers. Warriors All-Stars is a guilty pleasure of mine. And Romance of the Three Kingdoms is a lot of reading. One of the games that came out with that with the PlayStation Now was Dead or Alive 5 Last Round, the PS4 version. Hey, Dead or Alive 6 is out. Guess what? Dead or Alive 6 is fucked.
It's true.
So, Dead or Alive, as we know, is the wonderful video game about boobs. And also a little bit of fighting.
Beach volleyball, man.
We also know that Dead or Alive is a series bent on taking all of the money from their players.
100%.
Dead or Alive 5, I think, had about $2,000 worth of DLC. All of
really
which
did.
was just a bunch of costumes. But hey, they managed to one-up themselves this time. So, in DOA 6, they added a feature
Oh my jeez. Give me something stupid.
where you can change the character's hair color.
Woo!
There are 16 different hairstyles or hair colors that you can change it to. Now, how do you get those different hair colors, you may ask?
How do you
There, thank you.
get 'em?
Most people would say, "Oh, you just unlock them," or "Oh, you buy them in a season pass." No, that's not cost effective.
That's not cost effective.
You have to buy these passes to change the hair color. You can tell my voice is starting to die here. I'll try to make this a little quick. So you buy these passes. Guess how much a pass cost?
It's probably some-
$25.
$100.
A single $1.
Ah,
Oh,
Okay, that's fine.
That's shocking.
Yeah, no, that's shocking. So for one character, if you wanted to get all the hair colors, it would be $16. Not terrible. Still pretty shitty, but not terrible. But here's the thing. When you use that token to change hair colors, you don't unlock that hair color.
well,
No, you don't unlock it. You just change it. So say you want to change back to the original hair color. Guess what? You got to use another
gotta buy it
token.
again?
Got to use another
Ooh.
token. Hey, you like that? You like that? You don't really like the blue that you chose. You want to go back to the yellow that you already chose before? Guess what? You got to spend another $1.
dang.
So,
There are people that are hardcore into that game. They're gonna fucking do it.
At-
It's gonna be ridiculous.
you know, at that point, the people that are really into this game just use Source Filmmaker already. Just fucking use Source Filmmaker. Do it.
yeah.
We know why you like the game.
That's true.
Or I forget what it's called. There's a game called like Honey something. All it is a VR game where you just go to town on anime ladies. Just play that. It's $60. You just pay for it once. Just do it. We all know
we
why
get
you
it
play
over
this
with.
game. We all know why. That's my news.
Very true, though. He's not wrong. Getting some tech stuff, shall we?
Yeah.
What we got, Nate?
What's going
Tech
on in the world of
news.
tech?
Okay, so we're going to talk about the great place Canada fast.
Oh, Canada.
So according to Kamloops, BC now, Kamloops is, I'm pretty sure it's a capital of Canada. Whatever. I'm not from there. I don't know.
Wait, what
Anyone
did
in
you
Canada, we apologize.
I have friends
British-
in Canada. They'll
British
tell me if I'm
Columbia
wrong
is
or
a
not.
is a province of Canada.
Providence. Yeah, okay. Kamloops is part of BC. So anyway, so what they're saying is, so Navdeep Bains, Minister of Industry, made the announcement in Scarborough today, and said there's a 2-year timeline to get this plan that I'm about to explain achieved. His quote specifically, it's a tiny bit long-winded, so I'm about to go through this real quick. All right. Canadians shouldn't have to choose between having a cell phone, said Baines. These new tools build on a number of initiatives we already have set in place to help lower prices, improve access, and ensure affordable, high-quality wireless services in every corner of our country. If these targets aren't met in 2 years, Baines says the government will use other regulatory tools to take action. And then there was a tweet from someone else that's like high up as well, Jean Yip, I believe. Jean, she's a lady. I'm gonna assume it's Jean. I assume things are. There's a lot of French
Shouldn't
stuff up there.
assume.
So I figured maybe Jean. But anyway, Jean said there's the announcement in Scarborough to make wireless services more affordable. These measures will increase competition and lower prices, making sure Canadians have a fair and equal chance to benefit. Now, I mind you, is Canada higher priced? Sure, but they also have a lot less shit they got to pay for when it comes to, I don't know, living. Anyway, the move is expected to translate between $150 and $180 in savings for people each year, although the numbers will certainly vary. A price comparison study done last year to show Canadians have been paying more for their cell phones than consumers in other G7 countries. I'm not 100% sure what G7 countries means. Do any of you happen to know?
That is, I thought like
It's generation. The G stands for generation.
Oh, Generation 7 countries?
7G. Yeah,
Well,
so
no. 5G, huh?
I think that's what I would imagine. Am I wrong?
G7 countries? I have no idea. I don't know. Anyway, you could definitely be right. I have no idea.
I'm probably not.
I didn't
He's
think
not.
so.
But he's absolutely right, man, because I have Canadian customers come in and they tell me about their price plans and what they're paying, and they're paying like ridiculous prices for cell phone service up there.
Mhm.
To have a cell phone service that can come down to the States and back, because we get a lot of snowbirds down here, right?
Mhm.
Their bill is like $160 a month for just
Dang.
for the same thing you have, basically. It's absolutely insane. I've talked to customers about, dude, just open a line down here and then like take it up there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I
'cause
gotcha.
It's pretty crazy.
So they had kind of made the comment of they said they are going to they made a proposal saying that all 3 major networks up there and mind you, anyone who sends phones up there, so like the iPhones, all that good stuff, would have to also abide by this in some certain way. At least that's how I would imagine. Maybe I could be, but they're going to have to cut their prices by 25% across the board, each one of them. Their responses were basically hard no. And now, mind you, this wasn't just like a comment that, hey, you should do this. This was, you're going to cut prices by 25% or else. It was still hard no. I think it's kind of amusing because I'm very curious to what or else means. Is the government going to kind of, like the Canadian government trying to like make their own thing and try to make it as affordable as possible? I find it amusing that, like, I don't remember which one it was. I have to find it, but like the easiest way to put their legitimate response was as plain as day. No, they're just not gonna do it, and I find that kind of amusing. It's
Big
I don't know what.
corporations are evil
Yeah.
and money hungry.
And then my other stuff, because a lot of it's across the pond kind of stuff. The other parts, the good old European Union's back making some bold claims again, and we saw how well it worked the first time when they tried to basically come at Apple and say, if you don't quit using the Lightning connector, we're gonna do something. And Apple was like, we're done with that anyway. We're gonna be moving on to portless. So they were like, oh, we'll have to figure out how to bitch about something another way. They sure have. So all phones that are going to be sold in the European Union, they would like to be able to have a removable battery. At first take, does that sound interesting? Does that sound good? Because, I can just get a replacement battery. Doesn't that make everything easier?
Nope.
No, not even a little bit. Because
I will admit, I like the idea of being able to battery out. I don't like the idea that you can never, like, if you really think about it, technically, yeah, you can let your battery die, I suppose, but technically you can never really shut your phone off. You know what I mean?
So,
like, you can never.
I get what you're saying, but think about it, the fact that we would have to regress multiple years in advancements, and we would have, I mind you, zero water resistance.
you will be able to do
zero
water
dust
that's
resistance.
the big thing, is the water
Like,
resistance.
We're going to lose so much, and then phones would become as volatile and plastic
Right
and
now.
cheap.
That's the thing, is like, who knows if that gets actually put into play 5 years down the line. They might actually be able to have removable backs with water resistance. Like, if that's something that actually happens, that's something that they'll have to account for.
How I feel like that would be I feel like that would drive the prices of phones up at that point, because they would have to like
Man,
go into
they're already
new
like
materials.
$1,500.
That's on the extreme side. That is going for the absolute most top of the line possible thing. Like, completely setting aside the whole foldable aspect. You don't have to buy the $1,400 option.
Yeah, but the
You can buy
14.
the cheaper option.
If this was to go into effect, you sure as shit that $300 phone would not have this water resistance in it. If they were to
absolutely,
have a
but they
removable
don't anyhow. $300 phones, like all Motorola's, LGs, anything like that, they don't have a water resistance.
Yeah.
Like the G series from Motorola, you bet your sweet bippy, you drop that phone in the water, it's done.
But there are even
There's
phones
no
that are in like the
IP66.
there are even phones in like the $500-$600 range that have water resistance. Things from Huawei and TCL and Red and Oppo.
I forget Red's a company still.
And Oppo.
Yeah, no,
they're
you're
all water
correct.
resistance, but they're definitely not going to have some magical way of having a removable back without the water resistance. It's still going to be relegated to the upper echelon iPhones, Samsungs, even hell, probably maybe even if Google's still around with their phones, even like probably maybe their high-end Google phone.
No, yeah, like it doesn't, the fact that what Mark was saying, like, if they decide to do this, yes, we could probably eventually get to a point where there's water resistance, but I mind you, there would be no budget phones anymore, because they're going to have to use extra parts, and the phones are going to get even thicker, and that's not what everyone's asking. People do they want a bigger phone? Sure, but no one's saying they want to put a brick in their pocket again, which is what I think this would cause. I could be wrong, but like, if they were to do some water resistant removable back, it would have to be a back that would latch down and like seal a gasket or something. Wouldn't that be like the idea behind it? Like, there's no way you can fucking have a slide.
And then same with wireless charging.
Right,
That
that
would
you would
change.
complete, unless you make a glass back with like
and then even where would the connectors plug in?
yeah, because that QI would have to somehow sync with the phone. Yeah, that it doesn't work. Like, they're absolutely out of their minds. Like, I get why they're talking about this. Like, will it make repairs easier? Sure, whatever. but that's going to cause so many other, and it physically will not make any sense. Because like the big thing is Apple or Samsung, they would have to forego slimmer designs, or water resistance capabilities, and because the chassis simply wouldn't allow it. You would have to have like, I can't even fathom how it would work right now. Like, you would have to have some form of backing that would seal down with gaskets. Say goodbye to wireless charge. Say goodbye to especially Samsung's big push, that reverse wireless. That's their big thing right now. They couldn't have that unless they were to have that inside of the seal to only talk to the device sitting on top of it, but that wouldn't be able to charge the phone unless they were to have like a small little circuit board that plugs in from the back, and like it clips in like kind of like a USB almost that's inside of the phone to like translate the power going from the QI in the phone. I don't know if any of that made sense, but like I feel like at least they can get the idea of what I mean.
We're all going to the Total Recon phone soon, anyways. Where you go, hello, hey, what's up? Okay, bye. And you put your phone down, it disconnects, and then you put your contact in, and then you can see everything and take photos. You just blink. I just took a photo using my contact camera, so that's what we're going to soon, anyways.
Google Glass is the future, guys.
And the crazy thing with this is that they plan on having the documents hit the light of day and actually hit like this mid-March. So mid this month is the plan to have this on like deck. Like they want everyone to start talking about this and planning as if it might happen. Which no. This would be a major regression. But I mind you, so they're only talking about the phones that are sold over there. So is the EU just going to get fucking super fucked and lose all of these great capabilities that our phones have? Like, is it just going to be European versions? Because they already released like only the Exynos chip over there. They don't get like the Qualcomm stuff. So they already get, as far as I know, I think the Exynos is just as powerful, but I don't think it's like optimized as well. I could be wrong. I have no idea how the Exynos chip works versus the Snapdragons. But I didn't think they were perfectly on par. I know they're close, but that would just be another thing they would have to sacrifice comparatively. I don't know. I just think I think it's a terrible idea, but it seems like they're really pushing for this time, and the EU is gonna fuck some stuff up.
We shall see. We shall see.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we never thought we'd go back to flip phones, and we were there now. So
I mean, true.
if they can do it right, they can get it right, get it tight.
I just don't know if there's a right way to do a removable back and keep all these features.
Not
Unless
anymore.
they were to do like the GZ1 phone, where like the battery would be connected into the back. So that would be where you could keep your wireless charging, but you still have to find a way to the back metal. Because the GZ1s, they had that little twist that you actually unhinged the phone, because that was like the super military grade phone. And the whole back was the battery.
Yeah.
And you took that out and had to get rid of that and get a new one. That would, I guess that would work, but that phone was that phone was legitimately a brick. Like I had that phone and it was hefty. It was a chunky boy,
Hefty.
big chunk guy. But yeah, that's just the two little things from across the pond that I had.
Did you got some tech stuff, Mark?
No, I already went through all of it.
Oh, okay. I'm Megalson. You got any quick things before I speed run some movie news?
All right.
Movie news.
Speed run. Let's go for the world record.
That's not actually gonna happen.
Hit it.
So
Timer starts now.
Box office news. Onward is #1 in the box office. It's actually disappointment, as it only did $40 million. Onward is a Pixar and Disney movie. It is the lowest grossing Disney and Pixar movie launched to date, only at $40 million, and it is already banned in all the countries in the Middle East. During one of the scenes, one of the teachers tells the two main characters that she has to go talk to her girlfriend before they can leave, meaning that she's a lesbian, and being gay in the Middle East is illegal, so they have banned it. Sonic Hedgehog 2, the sequel, is already being in talks, and they are going to introduce Knuckle. And the main person they are looking at
Knuckles,
for
the
Knuckles...
enchilada.
is Keanu Reeves to play the voice of Knuckles.
What?
Fuck yes.
Man.
You know what? I don't even care if he doesn't sound anything like Knuckles in the games. Just give me fucking more Keanu Reeves.
Yep,
That man
they are.
deserves it.
He
That's
is
what
the
they're
main
going
prospect that they are going for to be the voice of Knuckles in Sonic 2.
Yo, just have Keanu Reeves just voice everyone in that fucking movie. I'll be happy.
That'd be fucking amazing. More news from Fantastic Four, the first movie box that is being redone. John Krasinski continuously posting Easter eggs about him being Mr. Fantastic, and it is leaning that way. But Emily Blunt, his wife, might have debunked those theories in an interview that she just did, saying that she has not had any with the MCU about her being Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, or whatever, Elastigirl, whatever you want to call her. Not Elastigirl, Invisible Woman. Elastigirl is the Incredibles.
That sure is.
Chia says that no one has talked to her, and she doesn't believe anyone's talked to her husband John either. So he may just be trolling everybody. But
So John has had a couple fucking like interviews, and he's talked about it. That he has conversated with. That was.
Oh yeah, he's definitely talked to people. I think they're both just trolling at this point because people really seem to be interested in having them be Mr. and Mrs. Fantastic.
He needs to be Reed Richards. That's all.
So I think they're both just kind of playing because obviously they can't say anything until it's worldwide. Otherwise, they get in a lot of trouble. Speaking of Marvel, Christian Bale, Batman, is coming over to the MCU. He is playing the villain in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Ooh. Okay,
So-
I'm curious. I gotta look that up.
Yeah, Batman is the new villain, and Thor: Love and Thunder. He will be. It doesn't say what character he, but it has confirmed that he is the main villain. So Batman's coming over.
I'm excited.
Speaking of Batman, they just released pictures of the new Batmobile. It is a sports car. Know what to say who he is?
So it doesn't say who he is, but you remember how at Endgame he left with the Guardians, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember in the end of Guardians 2 how the end credit scene was the talks of the one guy that was in, well, the being, I should say. It's
Adam
a guy.
Warlock.
Correct. It looks like he might be looked at for Adam Warlock. He
That would be
needs to get
interesting.
in the prettiest shape of his life.
Oh
Because
yeah.
mind you,
He has to
Adam
be
Warlock
fucking jacked.
is
He's rock.
he has the perfect swimmer build. He has the washboard. He has like that perfect T frame that goes right down. He is like super, like he's not super thin, but he's like thin but built as possibly can be when you have a small frame.
He's got
And-
that chiseled body.
He better have the most fucking on point, could cut a goddamn brick
Diamond.
jawline. Like that jawline on Adam Warlock. I mind you, this sounds very weird the way I'm explaining these things.
Yeah, it does
But,
a
like,
little bit.
You got to
Man crush.
understand, Adam, the character Schroeder, and anyone else who wants to look up the character Adam Warlock and
Look
you'll
it up now.
understand exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, I
He
mean, one
is
of
the
them
most-
look like a child.
Adam Warlock is like the pretty guy. Like that's why they were looking at Zac Efron originally for him, because Zac Efron is the exact body frame and everything for him. But I mean, Christian Bale, I will say, he's damn good at method, and he might be able to pull it off.
Yeah, I remember
just-
when they showed him in the ending trailer of that movie, on the Guardians of the Galaxy 2. The fucking crowd went nuts. Like, oh my god, it's Adam Warlock!
Yep,
Holy
I was
shit.
hype as fuck, dude. I am so excited to see Adam Warlock on the big screen. It also looked like he might play the characters, but Adam Warlock is one of the characters that they're looking at.
That'd be kind of cool.
Someone put
Yeah, so-
Keanu Reeves' face as Adam Warlock.
Woo.
you
Yep,
go.
that was another one.
Thanks
So
for the
going
follow,
back,
Elder.
DC Universe, they released the Batmobile. It's a muscle car, is what the new Batmobile is going to be. A lot of people are calling it Bat and the Furious, Furious and the Batman, Fast and the Batman, because it looks like a Fast and the Furious car. So there's been that Batman is going Fast and the Furious,
Nice.
and it honestly looks like an older Dodge Charger. It's exactly what it looks like. Um, so it's not your tank or your old-fashioned long car. It's a legit muscle car built um, into a Batmobile. And I think you mentioned this. Either someone posted it. The TV news. The Last of Us. Do you have that, James?
Yeah, I was the one that said, "Hey, do you want me to wait?"
Oh yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
So pretty much the only news is that The Last of Us is getting turned into a TV show on HBO. It is Neil Druckmann,
That's kind of neat.
who was the creative director and writer for The Last of Us games, is going to be writing it, and he's going to be co-written. It's going to be co-written by the guy who made the series Chernobyl, which I've heard some good things about.
So I feel to play the main character, you have to have the person who plays the voice, right? Of the main girl, whatever her name
Oh,
is.
Ellie?
I can't think of Ellie. Yeah. What the hell is her name? She was in
It's
Inception.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about.
She
But
was
here's
the
the
main girl in Inception. I can't
but-
remember her name.
So it would depend on that's my right fucking pen phone. It would depend on who is when it takes place. Cuz if it takes place in between
Ellen
one and-
Page.
yeah, there you go, Ellen Page. If it takes place cuz they modeled the characters after the people, after the actors.
Yeah, because then they actually put like stuff on them and shit.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
You couldn't really do Ellen Page being Ellie if this takes place in between, like right after one, which is probably where it's going to take place, because there's a huge gap between Last of Us 1 and Last of Us 2. There's probably a good 10-year gap.
Oh, okay.
They
So-
should do Haley Steinfeld, in my personal opinion.
That's a good one.
If anyone's familiar with her, I think she'd do really well.
Be right back.
That wouldn't be bad.
Are either of you guys familiar with who Haley Steinfeld?
Not a
Yeah,
single.
Pitch Perfect. She's a singer too.
She's a really good singer.
Um,
I think she would do well as an Ellie, though.
did it say any release dates
No.
when it's looking to be released?
They started writing it. That's it. They just got they built the deal, and they're gonna start writing it soon.
So I think that'll be cool. A lot of people love that game, so they're gonna love the movie.
I love
the
that
TV
game.
show as well.
That game is on my top 10 favorite games of all time.
A little overrated.
All right, listen here, fuckwit.
That's like you're gonna fucking set James off of that.
All right, listen here, fuckwit. What didn't? If you say it's because of the fucking zombies,
No, actually, that's one of the few zombies. Pure fact that tech zombies, they're more like a mutated species. Because like it's like the virus or whatever, right?
it's a
And it's, like,
fungi,
that sickness going.
fungi
Yeah.
infection.
No, like so. I will say I do think the game's overrated. Like it's a great fucking game and it's one of the greatest games out there, but I heard about it so much from like 2013 and on, and I'm just tired of it. No, like 2012, 2011.
It's older.
He's picking this bitch up.
Guess how long I've
Making
been
him
hearing
mad.
about fucking Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
How long? How long, buddy?
When did the movie come out?
Like 2009, I want to say, or so.
That
Yeah,
long,
something like that.
like 10 years.
That long.
You've missed
And
out on
he-
so many. references
Everyone's
since
been
then.
saying, "Hey, fucko, watch Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Hey, fucko.
And he thought he got away from it.
Watch
and then
Scott Pilgrim, you fuck."
Yep.
And you know what? I got away from it for so goddamn long. And
You're 20
all that's-
downloads away.
And all I hear my one friend say is, "You really need to watch Scott Pilgrim versus the World. You really do. You would absolutely love it. Well, you know what? I'm going to be watching it soon,
Yeah.
That's true.
and I probably am not going to like it.
I don't know. I think you might.
We'll hear about it for sure.
Oh, my expectations
sure.
for it. My expectations for it are through the goddamn roof. There's no way it's gonna meet it. If it meets it, you know what? I will never watch another goddamn movie in my life. If it meets my expectations, I'll just watch Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Every day, all day. It'll be on fucking loop in his house.
Exactly.
He's gonna find that he loves the soundtrack to it.
It's such a good soundtrack.
I bet the soundtrack's fantastic.
The soundtrack alone is probably gonna get you.
We're gonna have to
it's
see.
such-
Maybe this
it's the-
episode's just gonna bomb in the downloads.
We get one.
Yeah. Oh,
Honestly,
I will feel both bad and relieved at the same goddamn
it
time.
is the most indie movie of indie movies. It's so fucking good.
I don't know about that one, Chief. I've seen The Room. That is the most indie goddamn movie
I
ever
feel
made.
like the Room.
That's a cult classic and a half. Don't be
That's
shitting
it.
on
No,
that.
that movie's
Everyone's
shitty, but it's great.
It's not a good movie.
No,
but
it's
a solid
it's an objectively bad movie.
Oh, it's a horrible
But
movie,
it's
but that's what made it
fantastic.
so good.
Yeah.
That's what made it so good because it was so bad. Everyone just gravitated to it. Like, this
I
is
guess when
horrible.
I say like the feel you get when you watch that movie, none of it feels like it should be how it is, but it's so good. Like it
Hi,
all,
Mark.
it's
Mark.
Mark has heard that from me far too many times.
Oh, me too.
Pops up in video games.
Literally fucking everyone. Everyone's
That
a
and-
comedian.
It's Oh Hi Mark and Aaron. Those two names are
Oh,
have been
hi,
ruined-
Denny.
Have been ruined forever. Speaking of TV shows, who liked Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Nope.
What?
Who liked Charlie and the Chocolate
Wait,
I liked
Charlie
wait,
it.
hold on,
I
wait.
think they should make
Which?
another one.
No. Hold on. Which one was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and which one was
That
Willy
was
Wonka?
the new one. That's Johnny,
Johnny
Depp.
Depp.
Oh, I hated that
Charlie.
movie.
Fucking
Fuck
love
that movie.
You're wrong.
It's way worse than the original.
I don't
Well-
disagree because one, Gene Wilder, but anyway,
Johnny Depp is a terrible actor.
you're fucking no.
So, with that, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is coming to series.
Disney Plus. Wait, what is it
It
coming
is
to?
being
Broke my mic.
It's coming to Netflix.
Oh, Netflix.
It is being directed by, I can never say it's Taka.
Takawati.
Yeah,
Taika
the
Waititi?
JoJo's Rabbit and Thor Ragnarok, the
Yeah,
director.
Taika Waititi.
Yep, he will be directing the new series, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It is original take on Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It is not. It's unrelated to the movie. So it is a new look, and it is coming to Netflix next year.
I gotta pause real quick. Why the fuck is Johnny Depp a bad actor?
We can talk about it later.
We're
Speaking
gonna
of
have a
Johnny
fucking
Depp,
conversation.
speaking of
he's
Johnny
back.
Depp, remember when we talked about Pirates of the Caribbean 6 and he was not going to return?
Guess what? He's
due to
returning.
due to the outcry of people of saying that he's not going to return, it got a lot of negative reviews. And it came out that they were looking to replace him with Zac Efron as the new main
Man.
character of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Man, Zac
that made more
Efron
people
getting
upset.
that jobs, man. He's getting that work.
Yeah, everybody wants him for some fucking reason.
It's
And
so
that
weird.
made more people
He's
upset.
good.
I love that.
So
man.
Disney had came out and said that they are nixing the idea of Zac Efron and they're bringing back Johnny Depp for Pirates of the Caribbean
You
6.
know why? Like they're saying it's because of like the outcry and everything, but you know why that happened, right?
because
Well, it's because
his-
of things with his wife.
yeah, his
The
ex-wife.
Amber
is-
Heard shit was found that she was actually an awful human being and tried
Yeah.
to and his finger.
Yeah, because it was the whole he beat her, she beat him, and it was all the huge issues of what was true and what was not. And then when it came out that he didn't do anything, that's what, okay, we'll lighten up on his stuff.
I also don't know if you have this in your news. Do you have anything about Amber Heard in your news?
Mm.
Just real quick sidebar, but still on the topic of movies. She is actually possibly being looked at to be replaced in the next Aquaman because fuck her. She played Mara, which was the main character, the main female lead in Aquaman, Aquaman's love interest, the redhead girl.
That would make
And they're
sense.
looking to replace her with I can't fucking remember her name. She's a really big actress and she has red hair. That's like 80,000 different people. But
Karen
yeah,
Gillan.
they're looking at
Is it Karen Gillian from
I think so.
Avengers?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, no, she can't. She's an Avengers. She's Gamora, not Gamora. She's the robot. Karen Gillian. She's
Well,
Nebula, so she
Yeah.
can't
But
be in DC.
I don't know.
Hey, whoever pays more.
It's either Karen. It's either
Amy
Karen,
Adams is red hair.
Oh yeah, that girl too.
I want to remember exactly who it is.
It can't be Karen Gillian because she's in the Avengers. There's no way Marvel would let her become a DC character at the same time.
Hey man, maybe she would just be like, nah, fuck Marvel. I'm gonna go with DC. They're paying me more.
Yeah, but she still has Guardians of the Galaxy. But who knows?
You
I figured
know,
that she'd be contracted through that.
probably
but
Oh
not.
no, no, no!
nevertheless.
It's Amelia Clark.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Amelia Clark's who they want to
Oh,
replace Amber Heard.
It's an interesting choice.
So I didn't have that, but that's a good ad. Last pieces of movie news that I have. Paranormal Activity 7 is a go. They have a director.
Wow.
Yes.
They've
Everyone had a
made
very similar
7 of
reaction.
these.
Six
Yes.
of them. They're on the seventh.
Or
now.
they,
They're
yeah,
on the
they're making.
seventh
They
one.
made 6 of them.
It's
Yeah, I
time to stop.
It's
Yep.
time
Uh,
to stop.
It is set to be released next October. Paranormal Activity 7. Yes.
Hey man, they're cheap to make.
$500.
Yeah, they instantly make a profit. So
The Expendables 4 script has been
they're
completed.
made 3 Expendables movies.
Yes.
You okay?
Randy Couture though says the script is great, but he doesn't feel it will be greenlighted
Randy
by any company.
Couture is in it.
Yep. He doesn't think it'll be greenlighted by any major media company, unfortunately, which means that it'll either get picked up by Netflix or Amazon.
Straight to
whenever-
YouTube Red. Straight
Because
to
whenever
YouTube.
these movies don't get picked up, Netflix usually grabs them. But he's optimistic that he's not sure if they even will, because he doesn't feel the desire. Expendables movie is there compared to how it used
It's
to be.
not.
The first one was cool because it's a bunch of 80s action stars in it.
Yep.
And it's like, oh man, this is just an action movie wet dream.
Pretty much.
Well, the second one was awesome because you had fucking
Did you
Chuck
have like,
Norris making a Chuck Norris joke.
and did you have like
Yeah.
newer stars in that one too? It was like
Yeah.
they started introducing like, hey, here are the old stars from like the 80s, and then here are some of the cool new kids.
Yeah, that was number 2 at the end, and number 3 full blown into that, like Ronda Rousey. Number 3 was trash.
I never
Um,
even heard of number 3.
Yeah, number 3
That was like
garbage.
probably a straight to Walmart exclusive.
And number 1, Stone Cold Steve Austin punched a chick right in the face. Straight fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin thing.
Straight stone cold.
It
That's
was so
stutter.
bad, but it was so fucking hilarious. He's up to yelling at this girl's screaming at Stone Cold, and Stone Cold's one of the bad guys. He just walks up to the chick, boom, straight decks her in the face. Everyone in the theater laughed, and all you can hear was like, "Shouldn't be laughing. That's not funny." It was fucking great though.
We're laughing now.
Yeah, we're laughing now. Last piece. Well, and then I got one last list. Run through this really quick, not to go too deep into it. In terms of the coronavirus, as I don't want to talk about much about it. But there has been some major delays. The last James Bond movie, A Time to Die, was slated to release next month, has been pushed back to November 30th.
Dang.
Fuck.
The premiere was supposed to take place in Tokyo, Japan, and because they do not want to move the premiere out of Tokyo, Japan, they are pushing it back until November 30th.
Wow.
Everyone
Oh,
is
they filmed it.
extremely, extremely, extremely upset Daniel Craig was on SNL last night to promote the movie. Found out an hour before he went live on SNL that he was told, "Hey, by the way, your movie's not coming out for 7 months." And he was like, "Why am I here?" Uh, he actually talked about it on his monologue. I guess he went off script about talking about his displeasure about this. Doesn't understand why it got delayed. This delay will cost Sony $50 million. Because of the production, all of the advertisements they were putting out now has to come to a halt and have to go back and play in October.
Oh.
Yeah, so that is a big oops.
Oops.
But don't fret. That slot on May 10th, on April 10th, is already filled with Trolls
What?
2.
Oh.
Okay.
Trolls was like,
So
fuck, you guys want to get out? We'll
Don't
go
worry.
in.
Sony's going to get their money back. It's all good.
Yeah. So Trolls 2 has moved up an entire month, going from a release day in May to now April 10th. So you wanted some Trolls. There you go.
Man, Justin Timberlake. Give me
You
another
wanna
one
buy
hit.
Trolls.
Give me another hit.
So, yeah, Trolls 2 World Tour is what it is called. For those who don't know, essentially they travel the world trying to collect music strings to combine and make peace of all the different music genres.
Such a fucking dumb idea for a movie.
I thought Jack Black did that in Brutal Legends.
Yeah, pretty much.
He did. That game was great.
You're supposed to know that, okay?
6 out of 10 at best.
Another big thing, the South by Southwest Music Festival has been canceled. I don't remember what is there, but I know it's like a huge music fest.
It's music, movies, and gaming.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I knew we talked about it last year, the South by
really
Southwest.
big event.
Yeah, it's
it's
huge for Houston.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I knew we talked about it last year at the podcast in our podcast because I seen the South by Southwest in one of the titles. Yeah, that has been completely canceled.
So much money.
Yep. That'll be a huge hit.
They estimated the city of Houston's going to lose about $300 million.
Damn.
Yeah. So yeah, that has been postponed, has been canceled, as well as the Emerald City Comic-Con that takes place in the summer in Seattle, which is the second world's largest Comic-Con next to the San Diego Comic-Con, is postponed until further notice, which means probably is going to be canceled. A lot of people who can't wait until the San Diego Comic-Con to release their movies in the summer, release their movies at the Emerald City Comic-Con. So that has been postponed. A lot of people are pissed because they already bought their tickets well in advance, and now they don't know if they're actually going to have it. And the last piece of news that I have, survey
Survey says.
confirms, do people really want live action video game movies? It comes out, they don't.
Big fucking shocker. Huge shocker.
7,000 people took the survey, and 50% said they are not interested at all in video
Only
game
50?
live action movies. Yeah, only 50. Well, still 50% said they I could give a
Only
shit.
50?
I could just not.
50% they don't want it. 10% said they're good for it. The other 40 said I don't give a fuck.
Yep.
I ain't
Yeah,
watching this shit
said
anyway.
no. 50% said no. 25% said somewhat. 25% said very much.
That 25% somewhat was more.
None.
You cut out. What'd you say, Nate?
I was just gonna say that 25% was probably a little somewhat and whatever. I'm indifferent.
Yeah. So they relisted the top 10 games that people want to see, from yes, very much, to no live action movie.
All right, let me just take a quick guess here. Mario Bros, which we kind of already knew. I'm gonna say Crash Bandicoot.
Okay.
I'd like to see a Kirby movie.
God,
That'd be kind of sick.
God, I would go see a Kirby movie in a heartbeat.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, dude.
Fucking, let's do it. Let's do a Joshua movie. Based off of Mario's favorite partner, Joshua, the dinosaur.
Yoshi, for those who don't know who he's talking about.
It's all about him
Yoshi.
avoiding the IRS. Let's do a movie about video games. Legend of Zelda. Let's do one on Metroid.
Give me a Spyro.
Should be a Banjo Kazooie game. I want
Banjo.
All right.
Oh yeah, yeah. I would love to see a Banjo Kazooie movie.
So,
Man, a Contra, they're gonna do a Contra action movie. It's gonna be flame, bro.
I think that would be better in the 80s.
that. Skyrim movie. Fucking kill myself.
No,
We already have
all-
Skyrim the movie. It's called.
Skyrim the
Yeah.
movie is just it's just Todd Howard playing Skyrim in a movie theater in front of a ton of people. That's all it
I'd
is.
probably pay for that, to be honest. If he had his own commentary playing the whole game, like I'd probably watch that.
I would just be heckling him the entire
His
time. just like,
commentary.
So, the list going from least desirable to most desirable. Games that people want to see made into a live action movie. Number 10, the most undesirable movie that people don't want to see but still might want to see. Number 10, Halo. Number 9, Tetris.
How would
Yes,
you make a
Tetris is on this
okay,
list.
all right. They were able to make Battleship a movie. The
That's
the
true.
board game Battleship a movie.
Number 8, Super Smash Brothers.
See, you would have to establish the Nintendo Cinematic Universe first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd
They
be
had
like a
they had
10-year
Pixels.
making, too.
Pixels had a ton of characters in it.
Yeah, but it's not
It
Smash
wasn't-
Bros.
What I'm
It
saying,
wasn't-
but it
To be that kind of movie, though.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, because like, okay, Pixels. You had Pac-Man, Space Invaders. What's their motivation? What kind of characters are they?
Donkey Kong. Got all that. It's true.
All right, Super Smash Bros. The Nintendo MCU takes place in the Pixels universe. There we go, confirmed.
The Nintendo.
There you go. Number
Pixels
7,
is a part of the NCU.
The NCU.
which I'm actually surprised this isn't a little bit higher, but number 7 in terms of desirable. Number 10 being the least, so this is getting towards the middle. Number 7, Legend of Zelda.
I mean,
Yeah, it's like you don't really need a movie.
yeah, I mean, it probably wouldn't work as a movie. It would be better as a TV show.
Yeah.
Hasn't Netflix been like, yeah, we're making? Hasn't I thought it was like
They've
Nintendo and Netflix were like, yeah, we're making a Legend of Zelda movie for like years.
Yeah, I know they tried. And I know they tried to make this next one as well. Number 6, Call of Duty.
It's just
Uh,
a war movie.
It is.
That's all it is.
Pretty much.
We already have Gamer.
Yeah.
I like the gamer.
The number 5th most spot, I would say, like, yeah, it'd be cool at the same time, whatever. Number 5, Grand Theft Auto. Be like a mob
Mafia
gangster
movie.
movie. Yeah.
Mm.
You got The Godfather. You
Yeah,
got
it's already based
Goodfellas.
off of a cinematic
Be like a
universe.
new version of it, like a new aged, I guess you can say. Number 4, going into the more desirable side of things. Number 4, Donkey Kong. It could happen.
Okay.
Hey, Sonic came into our world, so maybe Donkey Kong slips on a barrel and gets shot into a cannon and comes.
Shot into another dimension.
And then
Not
fucking takes over New York.
Okay, so what makes that worse than fucking the Mario Kingdom, the Mushroom Kingdom coming to the New York?
So I'm saying eventually
Or
them
like-
two meet up.
Or like Mario and Luigi going through a portal in New York City to the Mushroom Kingdom. What makes that better than...
What's the
Is that-
motivation?
Yeah, what's the motivation? Why are they there?
Well, that's the whole thing. Like, I don't know, something happens. But yeah, that's number 4 in terms of most desirable. Number 3, Mario Kart.
Again,
What?
Mario...
Yes.
Or, see, now this would be a spin-off of the NCU. This would be the MCU, the Mario Cinematic Universe. Along with things like Mario Party and Mario Tennis and Mario Strikers.
This be something where Mario learns that he has to win this race to save the world, or some concept.
It's just Ford versus Ferrari.
Exactly, in Mario. Number 2, most desirable movie that people are interested in seeing in a live-action movie. Number
Pikmin.
2, it is Pac-Man.
Oh, I said
Yeah, he
Pikmin,
said-
but
he
okay.
said
Oh, Pikmin.
I said Pikmin.
Pac-Man. Sorry, Pac-Man is number 2.
Again,
What?
And-
how would that work?
He was in Pixels.
Nobody went and saw Pixels, you fuck.
Okay,
Just
well,
saying.
I liked Pixels.
Like fucking... Just saying, they drove around. In
It's a
Pixels, they drove around
Fucking
cars
joke,
that were
right?
I didn't hate it.
they drove around cars that
I
were
like Adam
inky,
Sandler.
I
that were
wanted-
Inky, Pinky, whatever their guys' name was.
Inky, Pinky, Blinky, and Clyde.
Clyde, yeah, they drove around cars and Pac-Man chased them. So
Yo, so if they're gonna do a live action Pac-Man movie, they have to do it the way the TV show was back in like the 90s.
Fucking hell.
And they just have
Retard.
to have and he has the legs
Oh,
and the arms
yeah.
and shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That'd be lit.
Yeah, I would see that.
Could.
Never mind, I changed my mind.
And the number 1 most desirable movie that people want to see made into a live action is the great debate that we have all the time. Number 1, Super Mario Brothers.
I knew that's what it was. Gonna be.
Mario Brothers was a very bad movie. It should
No, it
never
wasn't.
be repeated.
Good.
It was a poor choice. That's just
No, it
not.
wasn't. Yes, it
Yes, it was.
was an amazing
Nobody,
movie.
we should never allow that mistake to rear its ugly head again.
It was the breakout role for that one guy. who
John
played Luigi.
Leguizamo or
Yeah.
Jim Belushi or not Steve.
Yeah.
Jim Belushi.
Jim.
Clack, 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 clack,
So,
clack,
uh,
clack,
You
clack,
know
clack.
what? Fucking Steve Buscemi and Gilbert Gottfried need to play Mario and Luigi. Tell me you
People
wouldn't go see
asking
the
for it.
movie. Tell me you wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
Mario! What are you doing?
The people have
Danny,
spoken. That's the...
Danny DeVito needs to play Mario.
Yes. No, it
I
has to
would
be.
see that.
It has to be Steve Buscemi and Danny DeVito.
Okay, I would see that movie.
Yep.
I would see
What
that
if, what if
fucking.
Keanu Reeves played Luigi?
No, see that wouldn't work.
That would just turn into like a
serious?
straight
What if they
beat
did
'em up
make, like,
Bowser movie.
Exactly. What if they made like a ridiculously serious?
What if
Maybe not.
Mario and Luigi was Dwayne Johnson and Keanu Reeves?
Exactly. man.
At that point, it should
Yeah.
just be another fucking Kevin Hart and goddamn Dwayne movie.
So,
What, the other
It
guys?
probably would be.
Or not the other guys. What?
No,
what movie?
Central Intelligence.
Central
Yeah.
Intelligence. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's a cop
Jumanji.
movie.
That could be. It
Okay,
could be
so
a cop
then,
movie.
so then who would play like? Okay, so
And they
Who
get
all would be-
demoted, and they have
what-
to like they're living on the edge, right? And there's a scene where there's cars exploding and people flying and just
All right, so
madness. And
what
then it's like,
characters
the
would be
next
in
scene
this
is they're
movie?
They're being
I
court-martialed,
have my
but they're
pitch for
having
Bowser.
part-time jobs as plumbers because they just so happen to be good at that.
And then the main antagonist is Bowser, but something happens and they get fucked up.
right, he's
and-
like mutated or something.
and he's got
Yeah, it's-
weird hair.
And something
Eats
happens, but
germs.
Bowser is an actual human.
Right.
Inside, at the end, he transforms into actual Bowser, turtle dinosaur.
Or
Exactly.
so I
he
got
slips
two
and falls
options.
into that same shit that turned the Ninja Turtles into the Ninja Turtles.
I got two pitches here.
What are yours?
Ninja Bowser.
You either have Bowser, I don't care who the fuck plays him with this version, but like you have Bowser be like a mech, Bowser has to be a mech that like someone gets into, and then like not a crazy big mech.
Okay, I
but,
was
like,
gonna
a
say
pretty
like
big mech.
Super
Transformer.
Sentai mech.
No, like a mech the size of the Rhino in Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay.
Not crazy big, but decently sized.
but
An
a
exoskeleton,
suit.
like an
Right, so
exosuit.
it's like-
yeah, like an exoskeleton.
So it's like
Or-
the thing the chick from Alien was right. Like
Yeah.
defeated
We
the thing
have
with.
grand old Brock Lesnar play Bowser.
Yes. Yes.
Is that not fucking grand?
His acting would be so
Lesnar is-
fucking
Oh.
bad though.
Oh, but that would make the movie. That's why.
Yeah.
That's what you would remember the movie from. Is Brock Lesnar's terrible acting?
Yeah.
Bowser.
You gotta have
Okay, so
Brock
who-
Lesnar
who would
just
play Toad?
painted. Who would play Toad?
Who would play
That's
Toad?
that's Gilbert Gottfried. The voice. Come on.
Okay.
No,
No,
Toad
no,
would be Danny
no, no,
DeVito
no.
or Jack
no,
Black.
no.
You have to have
It
that
would
like
be-
itchy, itchy
Oh,
and
God, I
raspy
can't do it.
high
kid,
pitched
it'd be the
voice.
kid from it'd be the kid. What the fuck's his name? Just do it.
I-
That guy.
I can't.
Don't
no.
let your dreams be dreams.
Shia LaBeouf is
Shia
not
LaBeouf.
Toad.
No.
Just do it.
Mm-mm. Nah.
It's gotta be Gilbert Gottfried.
Shia LaBeouf doesn't.
He's too old.
Shia LaBeouf
Yeah, he's
doesn't have
really
He
the
old.
wouldn't
vocal
be
range
playing
for
an actual
Toad.
person, a Toad.
Yeah, see,
He just
Toad would
voice
be
act.
CG.
Yeah.
Toad
Okay,
would be
okay.
CG.
You can't do Danny DeVito because he already played that role in Hercules. He played that Toad-like role.
Oh yeah, the little goat.
The
yeah,
satyr.
It's already a sidekick.
That's why you do Gilbert Gottfried.
Well, he was
CG
also
as
the
Toad.
sidekick to
The
Arnold
Affleck
Schwarzenegger in Twins.
He wasn't animated in that one.
It's true. There's so many possibilities that I honestly feel that they could make this into a live action. Like,
Oh, they can make it into one of the
Mario?
worst
Yo,
movies ever. made.
Nintendo, hit us the fuck up. We got ideas.
We- Yo, you want to make a worse
So-
movie than the original Super Mario Bros. Movie? Hit us up.
So this is
Fucking-
what we got so far for the Mario action film. They're both cops. They get demoted. They have to take part-time jobs as plumber. Bowser, played by Brock Lesnar,
Ooh, wait.
is,
Hold on.
is the science research guy that builds mechs for a living.
Wait, Jeff.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait. Okay, so instead of them getting demoted, they're undercover cops, like
Love
trying
it.
to find out what Bowser's doing. So they take jobs as
Part-time
janitors
yeah.
in
Yeah.
Bowser's factory, like his business, because he
He's
has like
working
a
on,
huge business.
An army of super mechs.
This is how we blow up,
Exactly.
boys. Like, this is
There
how we
we
get
go.
famous. We're gonna write the movie.
just fucking write in the movie, start the script, and send it to Nintendo. Get
Nintendo,
it
I'm
rolling.
telling you. What's the lead for Nintendo's name, James? I know you know.
I forget his name now. I forget who.
Of
it
course.
is.
course.
know it.
When I need you to know.
The guy, the ex-president of USA Nintendo, his wife lived. So there's that
Lives where?
in Erie, Pennsylvania.
No
Uh,
shit. Yo, let's have a conversation. Let's sit down. We'll buy
No,
coffee.
not the wife,
Shuntaro
the
Fuku-
sister.
It's
I don't believe you. I think somebody was lying to you.
Shuntaro.
Oh, when you were there, weren't
Furukawa.
you?
I'm pretty sure somebody was lying to you.
Yeah, because weren't you there when that guy like?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yes, I walked away thinking this guy's bullshitting me. I'm not listening to this dude's lies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were
He
there.
said he was related to Mario.
Shuntaro Furukawa is the current CEO of Nintendo.
took pictures of
The
my arm.
man that he just said, hit us up. We got a conversation for him.
Let's fucking make this movie happen. Let's
Me-
become billionaires.
Yo, I'll text Doug
Yes,
Bowser
sir.
right now. I'll text Doug Bowser. I got, a personal line to him right now. I'll hit up Shiggy too, because I could just call Shigeru Miyamoto. He lets me. I call him Shiggy because we're friends.
You
Hey,
take
man,
pals.
Tight like that.
hit us up, guys. We have the #1 podcast on gaming podcast on Podbean. Can't go wrong with us. Gaming podcast, yeah. Number one in leisure,
Number
baby.
2 in leisure. Number 1 in leisure. Yeah.
Both?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Bam, bam.
So
Take the advice from us. Make it happen.
let's do this real quick. What games would you want to see as like a live action movie?
Okay.
Aside from Mario, go ahead.
Yeah, aside
Yeah,
from
like,
the Mario that we just made.
Serious ones.
Yeah, and those
mind
listening,
you,
let us know on
if-
our Twitter and in the Discord and
Yeah.
Facebook. Let us know what would you like to see turned into a
Also, Nintendo, if you stumble upon this, I was completely serious. Do this. Like, 100%.
We'll write it. It'll be the
write this
most
whole thing.
action-packed, amazing thing that has ever existed.
What about you guys? Like James was saying, is there anything that you guys would like to see that made live action?
So how many should we have? Top 3?
Give 2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah.
If you can't think of anything, just give 1.
At my bottom, I want to see, now I mind you, it's already been done, but I want a good Assassin's Creed. I think Assassin's Creed, if done properly, could be fucking phenomenal.
Agreed.
Mass Effect could
Never
be
played it, but-
fucking phenomenal.
Mass Effect.
You need to play Mass Effect.
I played Mass Effect.
I know you have.
No, I haven't.
Oh.
never
Dildo
played Mass
bird over
Effect.
here.
I have. It's pretty fun.
But my top #1 game that I would love to see as a live action, probably gonna have to be, I'd say, it's gonna be a toss up between, what the fuck is it called? Come back to me. I gotta think.
I half expected him to say it, and might cut out so he doesn't actually.
Come back to me. Give me a second.
Myself, I would say I 100% agree with Assassin's Creed. That's always been my fucking forte, and making them right in like going from 1 all the way up to Black Flag. I think those would be amazing. Not necessarily the spin-offs, but I think those would be an amazing movie done right, especially not instead of just being a trap to a fucking machine that just moves you around and fucking moves your arms and shit. Final Fantasy. A live action Final Fantasy movie.
Which one? Which Final Fantasy?
That'd be kind of hard.
Oh, it'd have to be 7.
But they already
7
made
or
2.
7 or 15.
They already made 7 a movie, and
It's
they
not
already
live action though.
Okay.
It's still animated.
According to Disney.
Yeah, not according to Disney.
It's not.
And
Advent Children is still not. Advent Child is still. It's animated still. It's not live action. But yeah, unless in Disney's eyes, they probably.
Yeah.
I
But
don't
a
know. I
live action
question
one of
movies
those.
like that because if you've seen anything on Attack on Titan, it looks weird.
Really.
That live action.
I guess
Attack
the
on Titan.
summon and the fire, because they tried to do it with Dragon Ball Z and they completely failed.
Didn't they do it with Death Note, James?
Yep. Oh, Netflix did a big boo-boo with a Death Note movie.
No, I don't think I want to even talk about it.
No, we're not talking about
They
it.
have so much analytical data to work with, and they still
That
watch it.
movie
No,
was
Netflix
literally
does not
one of the
know-
worst things I've ever seen.
Netflix does not know how to make their own anime stuff. They don't.
Not
I wanna
anime.
say, my
They're really
mom
good at making
liked them.
movies. A lot of their stuff is good.
Yeah. But when it
My mom
involves
is
any
wrong.
kind of anime,
but just stay away from it.
Yeah, I would say those as long as it's done right.
I'd like to.
Go ahead, Schroeder.
I'd like to see Bioshock.
Ooh,
That'd be
yeah.
sick.
That'd be awesome.
Bioshock series would be nasty. It'd be cool to see. Honestly, Ark. If you actually like
Follow
the
the
actual
actual
storyline
story.
of the game is pretty sick, and like as you move through the story, and it goes from basically being a caveman
I can-
to
I could
a laser beam rocket launcher.
I could
like-
see that being like a Lord of the Rings like 3-part epic.
Right. Yeah. And then for the last one, I need a minute to think about that.
I have mine, just so.
Yeah, which finishers, Nate?
So for my #1, it's a toss-up between 3. Either the last one's gonna be my big banger that I want to see, like for sure. But I'd like to see a God of War. I would.
Yeah,
love to
God of
see-
War would be cool.
I'd also like to see a
Now, which God of War?
I think
Hold on, like which like
the newest.
okay.
That of
Norse.
Yeah. Either that. I just looked at it. Why can't I remember? Literally on the spot, and I'm fucking it up. Oh, this is okay. So unpopular. I thought the game itself was fucking phenomenal. It was just too short, and that was everyone's problem.
Order
The Order
1886. My dude,
I
love that game.
That game. I mind you, that was one of the best games that have the most seam. I don't care what anyone says.
It would go from gameplay to cutscene with no transition whatsoever. That's what
There
you're
was a
saying.
part when I was descending from an air balloon where it had literally. I sat there for like 5 minutes, not knowing but I was like, oh, the cutscene's over. And you have to continue the descent because they're descending and it goes directly into gameplay. There's no like cut, there's no nothing. It's just perfect into it. Beautiful. My number one epic that I think could be one of the most amazing movies, Bloodborne. I would love to see that movie. Obviously, it hasn't been done before, but I think Bloodborne could be phenomenal.
That's a good
With
idea.
all the lore behind that, that's the big thing. Is that game? If you don't look into it, you have about this much information playing, which is my favorite thing with the FromSoft games. Oh, I also like some runners up. Sekiro and Nioh could both also be good, but
Sekiro would be good.
with the Souls games or the Born games, is you have about this much in total knowledge, but I can't stretch my arms long enough to explain how much is in games. Like how much lore, how much knowledge you have to
Yeah.
understand the entirety.
Especially
And
the
some
Dark
people
Souls.
hate that kind of game. Yeah, but like it's the same thing with Destiny. Honestly, what they tell you in Destiny, that could also be is about 30% of the total knowledge in that game. Like there's so much more to it. But Bloodborne itself, I love the era that the game is set in. I like the gothic style of the game. And it also has like an almost steampunk vibe too with some of the things that you get. And that game could be that movie. Give me a Bloodborne movie and I'll die happy. Period. I'll die the next day. I just want to see them.
What about you, Mark? And we'll go with James last. If you have any. You're muted, Mark.
Is that good? Cool.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yep,
there you go.
you're good.
I'd like to see, was it Overwatch, Half-Life, and
I knew you were gonna say Half-Life.
what was the last one I was thinking of? Gears of War.
Okay, I can see Gears of War.
Yo,
movie.
I had Gears of War in my head too. That's a good one. That would be cool to see that.
That'd be awesome. What about you, James?
I would like to see something like a Fire Emblem movie. I think would be pretty cool. I would like to see maybe even an Unreal Tournament movie, just something that's like
Pretty dope.
what's that movie starring Stone Cold Steve Austin where they're stuck on like an island and they have to like kill each other to escape? They're a bunch of convicts.
Oh,
I
yes.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, something like that, but it's Unreal Tournament. That would be fucking rad. And then maybe like I would like to see probably like Okami would be great, or like Goemon.
Condemned.
Condemned. Yeah, maybe like Goemon, like a good Goemon movie outside of outside of Japan would be pretty cool. Just goofy ninja action would be great.
I have one more too. As long as it's done right and it follows the games, doesn't veer off. Resident Evil.
Like a proper,
Another one.
like a
But, like-
like a proper build.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I could
actual
yeah,
follow
that
the games.
definitely. Yeah, I could see that one that follows it.
Like actually following the games, not going off and doing their own thing. Actually following Jill and all of them instead of fucking what's her name?
Mila Djokovic.
Yeah, her character that's not even a main character in any of the games.
All right, so what
That would
what do you
be-
think is a realistic? What do you think is a realistic, like, time frame to hit like 2,000 downloads for me to just marathon every single Resident Evil movie?
Well, we're over a year and we haven't hit 1,000 yet. So. At the rate we're going, we're getting 35. So,
What do you think? End of the year? If we hit 2,000 downloads by the end of the year, I'll marathon every single Resident Evil movie, and I won't be on
Yeah.
any more podcasts because I probably would just have died.
End it all.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. You heard it here first. 20 more down. No, 19 now, by the way. 19 down. Scott Pilgrim. I just looked. 19 for Scott Pilgrim. 1,020 for all 7 Resident Evil
love.
movies.
I will fucking marathon that shit.
Let's make it happen, guys. And with that note, that's a podcast. Let's do some releases really quick and let's get out of here.
Releases.com. Releases.com. I forgot to open up releases.com. Walker, what's coming out for movies?
You got Uncut Gems coming out on Tuesday to Blu-ray and DVD. It was supposed to be Netflix exclusive, but they wanted to capitalize as much, so it is where instead. The next big thing, you have Bloodshot. It is Vin Diesel's superhero-esque movie where he basically has superpowers and he is an assassin. That comes out on Friday. And My Spy, where Dave Bautista is a babysitter and he's actually a master assassin. That also comes out on
Hilarity
Friday.
ensues.
It is. And that's
Didn't
all
The
I'll say for
Rock
movies.
make a movie like that?
Yeah, Tooth Fairy.
Yeah. Oh,
Same thing.
one movie I would like to see, one game movie I would like to see is a Metal Gear Solid movie directed by Genius Kojumbo. Not Hideo
Okay.
Kojima, but Genius Kojumbo.
Okay.
All right, so today is the 9th. So the 10th, we got Langrisser 1 and 2 coming out for the PS4 and the Switch. Ooh, Ori and the Will of the Wisp released on the PC and Xbox One on the 11th. Neon City Riders comes out for the PC and Switch on the 12th. Bless Unleashed comes out for the Xbox One on the 12th. DJ Max Respect V comes out for the PC on the 12th. On the 13th, we got Stella coming out for the PC and the Switch. We got Mecho Tales coming out for the Xbox One. We got School of the Dead coming out for PS4 and Switch. On the 13th, we also have Neo 2 coming out for the PS4. My Hero 1's Justice 2 coming out for the PS4 and PC and Xbox. And Ritual Crown of Horns coming out for the Xbox One on the 13th. Not a big release week.
No, I think that's actually the least amount of releases.
Oh, but the week after, my guy,
Yeah, I see that. There's a ton.
is
There
actually
is a bunch.
yeah, no, it's just as much. It's some bangers.
We got a Yu-Gi-Oh game coming soon.
Yeah, we
Nice.
do.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's a podcast. Where can we find you guys? Mark, start with you, bro.
You can watch me make mediocre content on YouTube and Twitch at MarkDude701. Who knows what I'm doing? We'll see, but you can find it there.
Nice.
How about you, Nate?
I'm gonna be playing Smash. Gonna be hanging out and chilling. Not a lot, honestly. Probably doing some gym stuff. Hopefully, maybe making some content. Gonna be probably doing a rebrand really soon here. I already have everything pretty much in motion. I've checked pretty much every source and my name.
Nice.
It's still in the same respect of what I currently have, but just a touch different. I just want to make it one word as to where it technically is, but there's 2 letters in the beginning of it, and I want it to be all one. Yeah, that's all for me.
Presently very offensive.
Where can
I
where
know.
can we
Every,
currently
all
find you?
social media platform. YF Kitchen.
Nice. Schroda.
Yeah, Splash Screen Gaming on Twitch and YouTube. Team Splash Screen on Instagram and the Facebooks, and then Splash Screen G on the Twitter. Did I do that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Twitter.
Okay. Yep.
What are you gonna be doing?
And well, probably ARC stuff. That's probably what I'm going to be up to for a little bit here. But once I get all the server settings 100% where I want them to be, I will be promoting the hell out of it. So hopefully we'll be getting other tribes and people running around on the island with us, which would be nice. We're playing the Ragnarok one right now, but I'm going to get in touch with apparently you just can't cluster a server without contacting the host people. So hopefully over the next week I'll be able to get the island. Is that what you guys want to do? I mean, you guys are the main players. You guys want to do the island? We'll cluster the island to it.
Yeah, whatever the first one is.
Yeah,
I mean,
we'll
I'm
cluster it.
down for whatever. I really not Cataclysm, Genesis.
You nodded what?
I really want to fuck with Genesis.
Okay.
I noted.
I like how that's just a verb now.
I'll pick it up the second someone else decides they want to.
Oh,
I don't want to buy it
Mark's
until.
playing it.
I mean, I have a server set up for it if you ever want to play it. It's
Okay.
just really difficult. Like,
It's
Okay.
really
Beware,
difficult.
it's a huge ass grind, and it's a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I probably put 8 to 10 hours into it and made close to no progress.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah, it's epic hard. So yeah, that's what I'll be up to. Other than that, I might do a little bit of branding stuff. I got to start getting all the back end stuff to this move I'm about to make here sorted out. So, but other than that, that's pretty much not a whole ton else.
Nice. And Mr. Jameson.
Well,
I'm gonna
hey.
ruin their chapstick doing that.
Yeah, you are. Well, hey.
Vaseline.
Do you like Final Fantasy VII and Yakuza 0? Well, when I feel well again and able to talk, and my buddy is free, we're going to be recording more of Yakuza 7, Final Fantasy VII and Yakuza 0 at youtube.com/people8studios. We haven't recorded anything in like a fucking month, and we're out of videos, so yay. We're not going to see that for a little bit. But if you also like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and I might get back to Jedi Fallen Order, you can come watch me play those games at twitch.tv/people8studios. And if you just want to see a bunch of memes retweeted, go to twitter.com and look up at peopleahate10.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
True.
For myself, you can find me on everything, Captain Geach 15. I need to be streaming. I should. I play on my computer every day for like 8 hours every night. It's as simple as hitting that go button. One day I will.
Right.
Sometimes that's the hardest thing to do.
Like me popping this out of its place and making it into a magical. Like, that's what kind of content you're going to see on mine.
It's living
Fucking
in the
epic.
future.
It is. I eat out of it. Fucking put my Vaseline in it. Like, look at that.
Shit,
Boom.
dog.
It's fucking amazing.
Incredible.
It is. Myself, that's also a hat. You can find, once again, me everywhere. Again, Captain Geach 15, a lot of arc is what I see in my future. Smash Bros. I think I only have 4 more characters to unlock,
Right.
if I counted correctly. So go there and make love to that like and follow button on all of our streams. Hit the, as the young kids say, the bell to turn on those notifications, and
Hit
make
that
some sweet,
bell.
loving comments.
Hit that
And,
subscribe button and press the like button. Also, make sure to comment.
Exactly. And especially make sure you follow every place Level Unlock Podcast on the Instagram, on the Twitter, at what, James?
LVL Unlocked Pod. That's LVL Unlocked Pod.
Udius.
That's almost hard.
What?
Instagram, YouTube, Level Unlock Podcast. Be the first. Podbean, Patreon subscriber. Help the podcast. Patreon.com/Level Unlock Podcast. We'll see you guys next week to James's epic review of Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Because you guys are going to get us there to 1,000
Because you
downloads.
guys are epic.
Thank you guys.
Oh,
See you
yeah,
next
y'all
week.
have a night.
Yep. Thank you for your time, everybody.
Peace.
Have yourselves
Have
a
a good
killer
night.
evening. Peace.